Test. We are live, and your El Dorado Wildcats continue their march to the rock with playoff action tonight from Champions Field in Springdale, Arkansas. This is Wildcat football as they take on the Saints of Shiloh Christian Academy here at South Arkansas Now and SouthArkansasNow.com. Our coverage tonight is brought to you in part by Van Hook Tire. You can buy tires anywhere, but no one understands you, the customer, better than Van Hook Tire. TCW Fiber, fast, reliable fiber internet coming soon to El Dorado. EDP Solutions, printers and copiers of course, but also IT, security, voice over IP, and more. First Baptist Church El Dorado, Connection, Community, and Hope. FBCElDorado.org. Glenn Mechanical, when you want the job done right the very first time. ProMed Ambulance, world-class care, and hometown values. Equipment Share. Whatever you need to make the job easier, you'll find at Equipment Share. Dyson Service Company, your local Linux dealer. This is what perfect feels like. Union Kinlan Farm Supply. Corn, rice bran, feed and attractants. Carti Cancer Centers. We're with you. Cross Roofing. Put a solid future above your head. Harrison Financial Management. Your future, their commitment. Carl Malone Family of Dealerships. Once again, the mailman delivers. Lanxess. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig. El Dorado Custom Carpets. Covering the floors, kitchens, and bathrooms of South Arkansas for nearly 50 years. Cadence Bank. Opportunity lives here. Cook's Body Shop. Bad things are going to happen, and when they do, look to Cook's. Country Village Sporting Goods. Everything you need to get you to the water, the woods, or on the hunt. Davis Farms Country Market. Grown locally, Arkansas-centric, and farm-to-table fresh. Especially for you. Anyone can buy a gift card. The made especially for you. Jason Hardy State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Jason Hardy and State Farm is there. LSB Industries. Find your extraordinary at lsbindustries.com. Murphy Arts District. For the latest information, go to eldomad.com. The Rushing Law Firm. Stop the harassing phone calls and collections when you have someone in your corner. That's the Rushing Law Firm. Southern Sass Image and Design. The official photographers for South Arkansas Now and SouthArkansasNow.com. Off the Rail Cafe. What's better than Arkansas chocolate gravy or shrimp and grits? Eating them in a rail car built in 1883. Arkansas U.S. Senator Tom Cotton. Want to know more about your U.S. Senator? Go to TomCotton.com. Timber Lane Meat Market. Eat local, eat often, eat well. Madhouse 101. Whether it's romantic date nights or live entertainment, check it out at madhouse101.com. Mystic Creek Golf Club. The #1 rated golf course in Arkansas. Check out golfmysticcreek.com. ECI. Are you ready to take your career to the next level? Apply today at polypales.com/careers. And now let's go live to Champion Fields in Springdale, Arkansas, home of the Shiloh Christian Academy Saints. Welcome to the broadcast booth, Jack Sanford and co-owner of SouthArkansasNow.com, Grant Merrill.
Able to, and you may not be able to hear us. We're going to try and fix that here momentarily. But great night here in Springdale for one of the longest trips of the year here for the El Dorado Wildcats here at Champion Stadium in Springdale. Of course, we're about 5 hours away from home, and we're definitely looking for a great night here at Shiloh this evening.
That's right, and so we actually started out just with a few audio issues, and just want to say, everybody, my name is Jack Sanford. This is the South Arkansas Now broadcast of the round 2 of the playoffs, El Dorado Wildcats versus Shiloh Christian here in Springdale, and I've got Grant Merrill in the booth with me, who's going to be our play-by-play commentator tonight, and I'll be in on color
It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, Shiloh's a great team. They've got they call the stadium Champion Stadium because of the tradition that they have here. Of course, their first head coach was Gus Malzahn, and you see where he's gone from here. Of course, Josh Floyd was here for years. Now they've got Tucker Bernard, who left a big 6A school in Oklahoma, Stillwater High School, which is one of the best football jobs in the state. But he came here back to Shiloh, where he had some connections and been over the years, and it looks like that he's got a great team and continuing that Shiloh tradition. El Dorado's got a great tradition as well. We're 8-3 coming into tonight. You've broadcast all of those ball games, and you know the ins and outs of what we're up against tonight. So let's talk a little bit about what El Dorado is going to look like this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we'll get into some of the keys to the game here in just a little bit, the Karl Malone keys to the game. But just looking back at El Dorado's season so far, I've called all but one game,
right.
The one game that I had strep, where El Dorado faced off against. I was afflicted. I had like I said on Facebook, I had the Barry Bonds of cases of strep. I mean, a hard hitter. And
we've been calling you Lazarus behind your back ever since.
And it's reasonable. It's reasonable. But, it's been a lot of fun getting to call these El Dorado games all year, and I have just been impressed by the level of physicality and the growth that this team has gone through just throughout the season, and the way that they've developed the players just as the season's gone on. This team has just gotten better and better. If you were to compare the team that's playing today versus the team that started off against Little Rock Christian, I mean, you're talking about two completely different ball teams.
Little Rock Christian was the red light alarms were going off that night because that was a game that I really expected El Dorado to be competitive in, and it didn't end up happening. But it's night and day difference from then until now, and they're going to need all they can get here at Shiloh tonight. Shiloh's got a great team. Now, I will say that one of Shiloh's biggest problems is they can't stop the run very well. And so, El Dorado's going to bring that to the table tonight. I expect this to be a much more competitive game than we saw in the first part of the year.
Yes, I agree. And coming into the year, El Dorado really didn't know what their identity was going to be. They had a few question marks around who was going to start at what position on the offensive line. They had a bunch of different personnel. A bunch of personnel changes just throughout the first few games of the season so that they could find, who fit where in the best way possible. And now that they've found that fit, El Dorado really has found their identity. They are a run-first ball team, and that has, when you've got guys like J.J. Samuel who run the ball, it's really easy to be a run-first team. And then when you've also got a slew of backup quarterbacks there, running backs, where there's not really a whole lot of difference between 2 and 6, then you're just talking about a team that can aggressively run the ball down after down after down, and it has contributed so much to what this team's able to do. And Cannon Jacobs has really grown as a quarterback as well. From the start of the year to where he's at now, I've seen this kid grow and become a better quarterback, make better reads, make better decisions, get rid of the ball faster. And so I'm excited to see what he can do tonight, and I want to see this Wildcat team come out and play strong.
You guys have seen El Dorado's 8 wins and 3 losses. Let's talk about Shiloh Christian and what they've done this year. They have 1 loss, and that was to the Greenwood Bulldogs. And, of course, Greenwood's going to Greenwood. They're always good every year, and they lost that one 35-24. But they have rolled through the wins. They beat Little Rock Christian their first week. Of course, they played them the week after El Dorado played them. They won that one 44-13. They played Lincoln Christian out of Oklahoma. That was a loss. And, of course, Lincoln Christian is going to end up in the Oklahoma State 3A championships. Bethany, they beat 72-0 on the road in Oklahoma. They lost to Greenwood 35-24, so that's 2 losses. Beat Mountain Home, beat Southside, beat Russellville. Everybody beat Russellville this year, and I say that as a former Cyclone. Siloam Springs, they won 59-0, 63-12 over Lake Hamilton, who we played last week, and Van Buren, they beat 51-7. So they have been used to double-digit wins. They have been used to having their way with their opponents, and we'll see what they do tonight.
You're right. We will see what they do tonight, and I think that if El Dorado can keep, without getting too much into the keys of the game, because we'll do that after this next break, but I think if El Dorado can keep it a low-scoring game on Shiloh's end, then El Dorado stands a real good chance of winning this ball ball game.
I got to tell you, I have water tonight because I want to win, but I wanted to win even bigger when I found out that Shiloh Christian was a Pepsi school. So, let's go and make these Wildcats do their thing and advance to play either Sylvan Hills or Marion next week.
That's right. I'm looking forward to it. And so, with that being said, Grant, I think we are going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we'll have our Karl Malone keys to the game.
Outstanding. Bad things happen, and of course, they never happen at the right time. Maybe it's just a little bump and cosmetic damage, or it's turned into a huge insurance claim, and you just don't know where to go next. That's why so many of your neighbors and friends call on Cook's Body Shop in El Dorado. From the minor to the major, Cook's Body Shop is in your corner. Need someone to help you deal with insurance? Look to Cook's. Need advice on what to do next? Look to Cook's. Need a free estimate? Look to Cook's. Bad things are going to happen, and when they do, look to Cook's.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, trust the name that's been serving South Arkansas for 3 generations, Cross Roofing and Sheet Metal. From residential roofs to large commercial projects, the experienced team at Cross delivers quality you can see and reliability you can count on. Cross Roofing and Sheet Metal, built on trust, proven by results. Call Cross Roofing today. Put a solid future over your head.
You're tough, determined to take challenges head on. But when cancer strikes, you'll need more than strength. You'll need the right care. We provide the tools you need to fight and the compassionate care you need to keep going. Every step of the way. Kartai. We're with you.
It's now time for Keys to the Game, brought to you by the Karl Malone family of dealerships. Once again, the mailman delivers. With over 200 brand new vehicles and more than 150 previously owned vehicles, you're always sure to find what you want at Karl Malone family of dealerships. Now, let's go back to the stadium for today's Keys to the Game.
We welcome you back to Northwest Arkansas. I'm Grant Merrill along with Jack Sanford, and we are just about ready for El Dorado Wildcat football right here on SouthArkansasNow.com. And, of course, our Keys to the Game brought to you by the Karl Malone Auto Group. The mailman always delivers. And guess who's delivering the keys to the game tonight?
That would be me. And just to hop right into it, Grant. The keys to the game tonight are, one, El Dorado is going to have to run the ball often, early, and well. As you said earlier, Shiloh does have a little bit of trouble stopping the run, and when you've got a team that's as dominant running the ball as they have been, El Dorado is going to have to run the ball well. In fact, El Dorado is going to have to play a little bit like Hamilton did last week and try to hold on to possession, make some long drives, get their defense tired, and maybe have some explosive plays late in the first half or into the second half. And also, going into that, El Dorado's defense is going to have to play very, very well, have to play tight coverage. Nothing can go over the top. That is the biggest thing. This Shiloh offense is very, very explosive. If you take a look back at their season and just the amount of passing yards that they have, it is absurd. And they have done a really good job of airing the ball out. They've got really fast receivers who can catch the ball in traffic or just get plain open. And so that's going to be another big thing, is for this El Dorado defense to play its best game. I mean, at this point in the season, El Dorado has to play their best game of the season week after week in order to keep advancing on. So that's another really big thing. And then my third key to the game is going to be that El Dorado is going to have to keep this a low-scoring game.
Right.
And so that's going to take a combination of offense and defense between those two keys to the game. And then Cannon Jacobs is going to have to play probably his best game of the season so far. He's going to have to hit the open target. He's going to have to find the open man, and he's going to have to be ready to take off with the ball at a moment's notice, which he's done a really good job all season. This Shiloh team has really struggled against the quarterback run when it's been designed well, and we know from just what's been going on all season long that El Dorado has drawn up the QB run or the QB sneak really, really well all season long. And so I think that if El Dorado can hold on to the ball for a good long time on offense and play really well on defense, then there's nothing stopping them from winning this game.
Shiloh Christian is pausing to honor our country, so we will do so with them and be back here in just a moment. This is Wildcat Football on SouthArkansasNow.com. Hitting a buck to hang on the wall rarely happens by accident. It starts with preparation, takes some skill, and often even a little luck. Country Village Sporting Goods is your headquarters for all three. Right now, check out a brand new shipment of feeders, so new that they're still pulling them out of the boxes. A huge selection of lacrosse boots and plenty of warm weather camo for that early season hunt. And of course, bow hunters can't go wrong with the sales and service at Country Village Sporting Goods, 965 Smackover Highway in El Dorado.
Spice up your tailgate with locally raised farm fresh products at Davis Farms Country Market, like the new Code 3 and Davis Double D Farm Salsa, fresh from the field in locally grown purple hull peas, super sweet vine ripened cantaloupes, Arkansas made meals that are easy on your wallet and your time. And nothing says fall has arrived like mums and pumpkins. There are plenty to choose from at Davis Farms Country Market, 4523 Junction City Highway, or call 870-639-1323.
Homes are typically heated or cooled 24/7, 365, using nearly half of all home energy. That new stainless steel refrigerator may look cool, but upgrading to the quietest and most efficient HVAC system can have much greater rewards. Choose a system with a Wi-Fi enabled thermostat, so the most important appliance in the house is also the smartest, allowing you to set the perfect comfort level from anywhere. Presented by Lennox. Learn what perfect feels like at Lennox.com.
Locks for our doors, cameras around our homes, alarms for our vehicles. Yet we go online with little to no protection whatsoever. You are 14 times more likely to have your identity stolen than your home burglarized. And if you work from home or have any business over the internet, the chances are even greater. EDP Solutions offers both full and co-managed security services, vulnerability assessments, and 24/7 monitoring. And this isn't some company on another continent. These are our neighbors who take seriously the responsibility of keeping you and your family safe online. EDP Solutions, delivering technology and office solutions with value and commitment.
We welcome you back to Northwest Arkansas and Shiloh Christian School playoff football on SouthArkansasNow.com. I'm Grant Merrill along with Jack Sanford. And Jax, we were going over keys to the game, and I tell you, one of the things is that Shiloh's going to have a big crowd. But I'm really proud of the crowd that El Dorado's brought tonight for a 5 to 6 hour drive. The Wildcat fans have showed up and showed out tonight.
You're right. I actually, as I was walking back up to the press box before we got ready to start the pregame show, I just looked out at the crowd and saw, wow. I mean, it's 6:30, and we've already got a good number of people here, and we steady see cars pulling into the parking lot. I'm sure a good number of those are going to be El Dorado fans, and this is an electric atmosphere tonight.
It is,
Grant.
You know, I've spent about 10 years here in Springdale before I got involved with South Arkansas Now, and we actually the radio station I was a partner in was the flagship for Shiloh Christian football, and you know they have always ran this place like a small college. I mean, you're gonna see the blinking LED lights, and you know it's going to be a light show from time to time, and you know they really do things right here. I was talking to some of the folks that I know, Billy Blount and Cliff Anderson are the broadcasters for Shiloh. I mean, their first question was, "Y'all going to run the ball tonight?" And I said, "No, we're going to pass the whole time." You know, but they are a little worried about Shiloh defending El Dorado's run game.
Well, when you look at just how big and how physical the El Dorado offensive line is, it does create a little bit of a mismatch week to week, just depending on the team that you're playing. And this offensive line has done such a good job of creating lanes for JJ Samuel, for Ratavian Brown, for Jeremiah Warner, for Jalen Dunn, just for these guys to run through, and it has exploded the running game so far this year. And you've got JJ, who had 1,051 rushing yards in the regular season. You've got And also, they've done a really good job of protecting Jacobs. He hasn't taken too many sacks this season. He's made it an effort to really make sure that he's getting rid of the ball and not taking sacks, because he understands how crucial and how damaging those are to an offensive drive.
We've got a lot of teams in the playoff from South Arkansas. Of course, as we go through the course of the evening, we'll be updating you on Junction City and Cross County. We've got Smackover taking on Mayflower tonight.
That's right.
And in 8-man, Strong Huddig and Cedar Ridge. All of those are very good games. And, of course, we're rooting for all of our South Arkansas teams to end up making that third round of the playoffs. But we got a lot of great football here at Champion Stadium here in Northwest Arkansas. This is one of the longest trips. We've been to Marion. We've been to West Memphis. How do you feel like that being on the road and going this far away from home is going to have an effect on the Wildcats tonight?
Yeah, we've talked about we really saw it last week, the level of endurance that the Lake Hamilton Wolves forced out of the El Dorado defense. We saw that the El Dorado defense has good endurance, and they lasted throughout the entire game, playing good defense, no hands on hips. And so, they didn't even seem tired at the end of the game. And so now we've traveled up into the mountains. The elevation is a little bit different. It's not a huge change, but it is a change.
Yes.
And so, are we going to see that same level of endurance from the Wildcats on defense tonight? Hopefully they're not on defense as much as they were, but elevation definitely could play a factor into that.
As somebody who grew up in the River Valley, I always said it's always 7 degrees cooler north of the tunnel. You just go through that tunnel and the temperature drops a little bit. It'll be a little cooler than we've seen in recent weeks here tonight, but it's a very comfortable temperature. It's not like it's 30 degrees up here. We're going to have a very nice night for football. Not a cloud in the sky. We're not expecting any rain. Most of that moved through last night, and of course we've just got a lot of football to be played. We ought to take another break as we move through the course of the pregame show. We're about 8 minutes away from kickoff here in Northwest Arkansas, and of course we'll come back and get the scene set for tonight here at Champion Stadium in Springdale. With Jack Sanford, I'm Grant Merrill. This is Wildcat Football on SouthArkansasNow.com.
For nearly 50 years, South Arkansas floors have been covered by El Dorado Custom Carpets. And not just carpets, but true hardwood, laminate, stone, porcelain, ceramic, marble, and more. And guess what? It doesn't end with just floors. El Dorado Custom Carpets carries a tremendous selection of backsplash, wall tile, and area rugs. The truth of the matter is, one commercial can't come close to telling you everything you can find at El Dorado Custom Carpets, 1601 East Main Street in El Dorado. Call 870-862-4945.
Need equipment for your next job? Don't settle for the traditional rental experience.
The rental experience with Equipment Share is a great experience. We rent everything from dozers to skid loaders, mini excavators, even smaller hand tools. They've always got what we need. They're timely. The billing is quick and accurate. The guys are able to set it up. They do it through their phone. I love Equipment Share. Renting with Equipment Share is not like any other company out there. It's 1,000 times better.
Every gift tells a story, and at Especially For You, they help you make it unforgettable. Birthdays, wedding showers, baby showers, graduations, or just because. Especially For You creates one-of-a-kind gifts made to touch the heart. Anyone can buy a gift card, but the best gifts aren't bought. They're made at Especially For You. Stop by and visit Especially For You and find the perfect gift for life's special moments.
My name is Taylor Gear, and I'm the senior pastor. Maybe you live in our area and you don't have a church home. We'd love nothing more than to see you in this room on a Sunday morning. We're here every week at 10:15. We'd be so encouraged to have you with us anytime. We'd also love to pray for you in any way. If you have a need for prayer, let our staff pray for you. You can email us at prayer@fbceldorado.org. We'd be honored to get to do that. Again, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.
We welcome you back to Northwest Arkansas and Champion Stadium in Springdale. I'm Grant Merrill along with Jack Sanford. This is El Dorado Wildcat football. And as you can see on the screen, the Shiloh Christian Saints onto the field. They always put on a show in the pregame. And, of course, what you didn't see was them marching in. They do a full walk with kids and high fives and everything as they come into the stadium. So you can see that they are getting ready for their pregame prayer. Of course, their head coach is Tucker Bernard. Coach Bernard came here from Stillwater High School, the Class 6A2 state champion in Oklahoma 2 years ago. And, of course, he has had Shiloh Christian connections over the years, a former Greene County Tech coach. And he comes into this ball game in his, I believe, third season as the head coach of the Shiloh Christian Saints. And, of course, we're about to see who's kicking off and who's receiving here in just a moment, Jax.
Yeah, excuse me. Kickoff is going to be, the coin toss is going to be important here. I definitely think that El Dorado wants to receive the ball in the second half here. El Dorado has tended to elect that way so far all year, and I anticipate that it to be the same if they are to win the coin toss. And I think El Dorado really has just come out strong in every second half that they've played in so far, and it makes sense to want to start the ball or start with the ball in the second half whenever you usually play so strong in the second half.
Our team captains for tonight for the El Dorado Wildcats will be Ja'Cory Lumsey, also Paxton Strong and Cannon Jacobs tonight. They will be going out for the opening coin toss here in just a moment. We're awaiting Shiloh's team captains as well, and that's some really good leadership for this El Dorado team, as of course we've seen them do big things this entire year, Jax.
You're right, and coming out as team captains for Shiloh Christian is going to be number 11, Chandler Kemp, a senior wide receiver who's been an all-star for them so far this year. Also, you're going to have number 18, Griffin Mason, senior running back, who has played very well for them so far this year. Number 20 is going to be Ethan Brewer, a senior linebacker. And then number 65, Maddox Wellborn, a senior offensive lineman. And so both teams are walking to the middle of the field now and getting ready to do the coin toss. You've got Elliot Jacobs, athletic director for El Dorado, coming out as well.
So they are all going to go out and do the festivities for the opening coin toss as we pull that up onto the screen. And we are awaiting the results of that. They're all shaking hands before they take care of business here tonight. I'm going to pull this up if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Oh, wait, that's way too loud. Way too loud. Okay. That's way too loud.
We'll keep it down then. We don't want Jax to be deaf by the end of the game. So, all right, we'll see exactly what's going on here. Looks like Shiloh has won the toss, and I believe they're going to receive.
And they are going to receive. Okay, so what El Dorado is going to receive.
Sorry about that.
So the inverse of what we expected to see or think that El Dorado would have done if they wanted to win the toss. And so here we go. I mean, we are getting ready for some real football. This is 6A football, quarterfinals of the playoffs. I mean, Grant, this is going to be one heck of a night, and they've got the light show starting.
I told you the light show was coming. It's make it or break it for the El Dorado Wildcats tonight, and we are just about set. On the screen there, you can see Shiloh Christian, and, of course, I believe that's Nick Floyd's son, Pastor Nick Floyd of First Baptist of Springdale, or Cross Church as they're now known, right there in front of us, and we're just about ready to see what happens here tonight. They've got a full production for their pregame show, so it could be a moment before they run out onto the field. But when they turn the lights off here, it gets pretty dark in this stadium here tonight, so we're seeing the full effects of that right now. Beautiful night for football here in Northwest Arkansas as Shiloh's getting ready to come on to the field here, and we're awaiting El Dorado's entrance as well. And Jax, couldn't ask for a better night weather-wise.
No, you're right. It's cool, but not cold, and it's definitely not too warm. And it's only going to cool off as the night progresses. It's going to get into the low 60s, maybe the high 50s, just depending on how the wind treats us tonight. And you couldn't really ask for a much better of a football night other than maybe it dropping into the low 50s.
Yeah, their production is still going here. We're awaiting Shiloh to come out onto the field, and El Dorado will be there simultaneously, I'm sure. But Shiloh with the ball to start the first half, as we mentioned here a moment ago. And this is Friday night football at its best here in the state of Arkansas tonight, Jax.
It is electric here. I mean, they've got the lights going. You've got the crowds enjoying it. I mean, as soon as this Shiloh crowd runs out, the Shiloh team runs out, I expect the other sideline just to go ballistic.
They more than likely will, that is for sure. We're about 56 seconds away from the opening kick between the El Dorado Wildcats and the Shiloh Christian Saints, and they are still awaiting their entrance onto the field. Our El Dorado cheerleaders are out onto the field ready to welcome the Wildcats. And here in Northwest Arkansas, I'm glad you don't have epilepsy, Jax, because you might be in for a problem here tonight with this light show they're putting on. They've got the fireworks going, and here comes Shiloh onto the field. And you can see them doing their thing.
And they come out with high energy. The crowd welcomes them well. And you've got the kids getting to run with them.
They have always done a great job here at Shiloh Christian involving the kids and the younger football players into this, and they've really built a pipeline from middle school on up. But ladies and gentlemen, we are just about ready to welcome the El Dorado Wildcats onto the field here as kickoff is ready to ensue between these Wildcats and the Shiloh Christian Saints tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow you can read all of the coverage of this with Henry Apple in the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. He's here covering the game tonight, and here come those Wildcats onto the field, and we are ready for some football here tonight.
And great energy from the Wildcats to running out there, and then you've got the crowd. I mean, this is one heck of a crowd for a 5.5-hour trip.
El Dorado's brought a lot of people here tonight. I even see recognizable faces that I know here, as of course they have made that 5-hour trip. I came over this afternoon, and of course we've already seen a lot of good El Dorado folks coming into the stadium here tonight. Just about set for kickoff between the El Dorado Wildcats and the Shiloh Christian Saints. Again, I'm Grant Merrill along with Jack Sanford, and we are just about ready for football here at Champion Stadium in Northwest Arkansas. El Dorado is going to receive here early in the first half. They will move from right to left if you're just listening tonight, and they will send deep to receive Max Eldridge. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one here. Spencer Poole. You got to keep me on the right roster tonight here, Jax.
Let's see, that is going to be number 9, Brockton Brown, and number 5, Bratavian Brown, back to receive there.
Aiden Eastwood is going to be the kicker for the Shiloh Christian Saints. They'll tee it up at the 40-yard line, ready to kick left to right on the radio dial.
Equipment Share kickoff with a DIY project or a commercial. Get your project kicked off right with Equipment Share.
End-over-end kick will be scooped up at the 10-yard line by the Wildcats. They'll get it back to the 20, back up to about the 25. He was still on his feet as he crossed the 25, but he was immediately brought down, and that's where the El Dorado Wildcats will have it, 1st and 10.
And that's a good return. You can't ask for much more from the Wildcats there on the opening kickoff return. Get back to past the 20-yard line, all the way up to, past the 25-yard line, all the way up to about the 26. And El Dorado's going to start off with decent field position here, and they're going to send Cannon Jacobs out as quarterback. The man who has led this offense all year. You've got J.J. Samuel there in the backfield with him already.
So, Cannon Jacobs and Samuel back behind the line here. They're on the right hash, as you can see. Handoff to J.J. Samuel. He'll go up the middle up to about the 29-yard line, no further.
And a gain of just a couple yards there, and you expect to see El Dorado just try out a couple of different running schemes, see what opportunities they have coming open, and you know that they're dialing something up to happen explosive late game.
Should bring up 2nd and 8. They'll be on the 28-yard line. Jacobs ready to take the snap, does so. Hands off again to Samuel up the left side. He breaks free. He's at the 50, down to the 45, 40, breaking free, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, and brought down just shy of the goal line. What a run there for J.J. Samuel.
And golly, you can hear just how excited everybody is. J.J. Samuel on the second handoff of the game gets free and gets a huge gain. That's going to be a Glenn Mechanical first down for the Wildcats, just shy of getting a touchdown. They're inside the 10-yard line, and this El Dorado team is fired up already.
I can promise you that Shiloh Christian is not used to seeing that done to them on the first play of the ball game. Jacobs ready to roll here off that left hash mark. Cannon on the keeper, up the middle, down to the goal line. Is he in? I don't think so.
He's going to be marked shy, probably around the 2 to 3 yard line, and expect to see a lot of that tonight. You can expect to see a lot of misdirection from the Wildcats in the running game. Again, I think it would behoove the Wildcats to play a lot like how Lake Hamilton did, use a lot of misdirection and take capitalization on the run game.
Cannon Jacobs ready to take that snap. Handoff Samuel up the left side, and he's just shy of the goal line once again. So, and defensive pressure being turned up by the Saints.
And that was a good defensive stop by the Saints. They saw where the hole opened up. They got a man in there and tackled JJ right at the line, maybe a gain of half a yard.
So they'll set up basically the same thing here off that left hash mark. Jacobs ready to take the snap here. Does so. Jacobs to Samuels. He's up. He's trying to pile through. Can't get there.
And so going to mark him short. That's going to set up a 4th down for the Wildcats. And let's see how close to the goal line they mark him here. And
looks like the 3.
And so they're going to keep the offense out on the field. And I would expect to see some type of screen or quick pass here from the Wildcats, faking a handoff, maybe with the play action, quick screen.
Off the left hash mark, Cannon Jacobs ready to take the snap. He's in front of Samuels. Now he'll get back up beside him here. And now Shiloh making some defensive adjustments as they get ready to take the snap here. We thought that they might get a offsides there, and now they're going to blow the whistles.
And that's going to be a time. That's going to be a timeout
on the field here. So we'll take one with them. And when we come back, more of the first half. El Dorado knocking on the door here at Shiloh Christian. We're back after this on SouthArkansasNow.com.
With a name you trust, you can count on us. Glen Mechanical, plumbing, heating, and air.
For over 6 decades, Glen Mechanical has been specializing in HVAC, plumbing, and all mechanical jobs. 3 generations, family-owned and operated since 1956. Glen Mechanical's business is based on relationships. They support and give back to the communities they work in. Contact them for all of your HVAC, plumbing, and mechanical needs. GlenMechanical.com.
Okay. Back here in Northwest Arkansas, El Dorado knocking on the door from the 3-yard line. 9:33 left to go in this first quarter. No score as of yet. El Dorado wanting to change that now. Cannon Jacobs off the left hash mark. Samuel next to him as they are just about ready to take the snap. Now the whistles blow once again, and I think, do we have another timeout on the field? It's an official's timeout. Or no, it's actually a timeout that Shiloh will take, so they're going to take another one.
So what you see there is I think El Dorado came out in a personnel set that Shiloh wasn't ready for, didn't expect to see until El Dorado put them in last second, and so now they want to make an adjustment and see what they can do.
All right, 9:33 left to go. We'll keep it right here. We'll let you know that tonight's game is brought to you by a number of great sponsors, and we appreciate each one of them. I'm hoping that Brent McDermott and his crew at Glen Mechanical are going to get their money's worth tonight with a lot of these first downs, Jax.
Yeah, you hope to see it, but, I mean, we've only got one on this drive because it was a huge run by J.J. Samuel from about the 29-yard line all the way down to about the 9.
Okay, both teams coming back onto the field. We'll see what we can do right here. If I don't fall out of my chair here in the press box first. El Dorado bringing their team back onto the field here. As now they're lining up in that same formation. Cannon Jacobs on the left hash with J.J. Samuel right there next to him.
They're lined up heavy to the right side, and we've seen them run left every time that they've done it so far tonight.
Cannon Jacobs taking the snap, rolling right on the keeper. Is he inside? They got him at the goal line.
And that is going to be a turnover on down. Shiloh Christian is going to stop El Dorado right at the doorstep, and you know El Dorado is wanting to take that possession back and get back in or get into the end zone. But Shiloh Christian's going to be backed up deep into their own territory. El Dorado is going to have to play some good defense here, get a stop, and hopefully get the ball back in good territory with a punt.
9:26 left to play here. 9:26 left to play. Here's no score
2x2 tight end.
As we continue here. Shiloh Christian with the football, man in motion to the right. They're ready to take the snap, handoff. Actually, they're going to throw, gunning it up the right side of the field. It's caught. Oh, my goodness. There goes Shiloh. The Saints come marching in down to the 35-yard line, and that is Zane Slider there on the run there.
And that was a great dialed-up play by Shiloh there. They hit the one-on-one coverage. Josiah Moore in on the coverage, and he just got outran by his receiver. Quarterback was able to find an open man down the sideline, and it was a huge gain.
All right, Shiloh Christian with the football as Cole Creighton takes the snap there. First man through will come up to about the 33-yard line. Great defensive pressure there by El Dorado.
Yeah, El Dorado did a great job of crashing through the offensive line there, stopping the run right where it was, and actually getting a short loss there. And so it's going to set up 2nd and 11, 8:55 left to go in the first quarter.
All right, ready to take the snap. It's Creighton once again, Cole Creighton for the Saints, gunning it left side. He connects with an open receiver down near the 25-yard line. That was Chandler Kemp, who you mentioned earlier as a team captain, and it looks like he was ran out of bounds just inside the 20.
And there's going to be a flag on the play. Let's wait to see what the official call is here.
8:42 left to go in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, no score between the Wildcats and the Shiloh Christian Saints. Of course, Shiloh airing it out on that last play, or that play that brought it into the Wildcats territory.
And the officials are pointing back towards the El Dorado sideline.
So we will see what the malfeasance is on the El Dorado side. Are they giving us?
It's going to be a holding on the offense. And so it's going to go backwards.
Yeah, bring him back. Bring him back.
And that is a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. And so that's going to set up
15 yards for a personal foul, it looks like, Jax.
Oh, I'm sorry. They called personal foul.
Yeah.
And all right.
All right, Cole Creighton ready to take the snap off that right hash mark. He's got a man next to him and trips to the left. Now that man's in motion to the left. So 4 men out on the left side and an empty backfield behind Creighton. Off the right hash mark, back to throw. He's looking to air it out right here. Creighton scrambling left, trying to find somebody. He runs instead, and he's going to gun it up the left side. It's caught. The air attack is working for Shiloh as they get down to the 13-yard line.
And that was a great job by the Shiloh quarterback just to keep creating time. El Dorado's defensive backs got a little overzealous on the QB run, and he was able to make a completion for a good gain for the Saints.
Cole Creighton, handoff, first man through up that left side. That El Dorado defense there with a nice sack. He brought him down like a head-on collision with the semi.
That was a hard hit there, and El Dorado is going to have to be the more physical team tonight and wear down on this Saints offense.
Ethan Kelly on the carry there. Cole Creighton ready to take the snap once again for Shiloh Christian. Man in motion to the right. Creighton gunning to that man on the right. He'll lose his footing at the 9-yard line, and he slid into the 8 right there. As on that run was Chandler Kemp for Shiloh Christian.
And El Dorado, a good job there just to keep the gain there to a minimum, and it's going to set up 3rd and 6. Ball on the 10-yard line, 7:20 left to go here in the first quarter. El Dorado continuing to play physical on defense.
So Cole Creighton, the quarterback, he's got Kemp right there next to him. Man in motion to the left is Creighton's dropping back to throw, looking and scrambling to the left this time. He'll sling it up the middle of the field. It was almost pulled down by an El Dorado defender. Good work there by the Wildcat defense. They just couldn't quite get their hands on it.
Yeah, he did a good job just to get his fingertips on it, made a really good read, disrupted the pass, and now it's 4th and 6. Shiloh's going to bring their field goal unit out, and it's going to be a 27-yard field goal attempt.
7:02 left to go. No score as of yet, but Shiloh Christian trying to put 3 on the board. Their kicker is Aiden Eastwood. He kicked it off earlier in the ball game. Eastwood ready to see what he can do here. His kick is up. It is through the uprights and good. And Shiloh has put 3 points on the board to get things started here tonight. 6:55 left to go in the first quarter of play. We'll take a break and be back after this. This is Wildcat Football from SouthArkansasNow.com.
When it comes to your family's financial future, peace of mind matters. At Harrison Financial Management, they are right here to help you plan, grow, and protect what matters most. Whether you're planning for retirement, investing wisely, or securing your family's future, they will guide you every step of the way. Harrison Financial Management, your future, their commitment.
Derek Henry.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I saved so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Auto! Home!
Okay, and this is Auto again, right?
Auto!
Hey, this is my living room.
Home!
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan.
The dog isn't allowed on the couch, Derek.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Northwest Arkansas. The Wildcats returning it out to about the 33-yard line. And doing the honors with Samuel there for El Dorado. 6:49 left to play in this first quarter. Shiloh Christian with the early lead. A field goal puts them at 3-0. Grant Merrill along with Jack Sanford.
Great return by the Wildcats there. They're going to start off in decent field position. You've got twin receivers on either side, J.J. Samuel in the backfield. I'm excited to see him here.
Cannon Jacobs taking that snap, he doesn't hand it off. He tries to plow forward. He's tripped up right there near the line of scrimmage. So
he got hit in the backfield. They faked the jet sweep to Christian Williams. Shiloh did a great job of reading it, got two guys to Cannon immediately, hit him in the backfield, sets up a 2nd and 13 for the Wildcats. 6:30 left to go here in the first quarter.
Faked me out to Cannon Jacobs. Back with nobody near him, trips out to the left this time. And Jacobs ready to take that snap. He'll pass left, connecting with an open receiver there near the 36-yard line. And that was going to be Paxton Strong on that catch. Not much of a gain there, but it was more than we got before.
Yeah, El Dorado lined up 4 wide receivers on the left, one up top. Did a quick pass and got a good gain there. Sets up 3rd and 5.
Cannon Jacobs on the left hash mark here, with Samuel beside him and a man in motion to the right. Flags on the play.
And they got were able to draw Shiloh offsides. That's going to be a 5-yard gain and should be enough for a first down for the Wildcats.
5:52 to play here. 3-0 our score, and El Dorado will move up those chains. That's another Glenn Mechanical first down by virtue of the penalty yardage.
And Wildcats got their first down of the drive and are ready to get something going here.
I could throw a rock at the quarterback right now. That's how close we are. Cannon Jacobs slinging it right side, connecting with an open receiver as he rolls out to about the 45-yard line. On that run there was Christian Williams.
And that's exactly where they're going to spot him. That's going to be a gain of about 2.5 yards, set up a 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. Great job of shedding a tackle and trying to fight forward for an extra couple of yards.
5:21 left to play here in the first quarter. 3-0 our score. El Dorado trailing. We've got trips out to the left and now pressure on the quarterback, and Cannon Jacobs gets sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
And they ran a heavy blitz, were able just to crash through the line. Jacobs didn't have any time to process what was going on. That's going to be a big loss there. Set up 3rd and 14 for the Wildcats.
4:52 left to play here. Cannon Jacobs on the right hash mark this time. They're shouting out instructions to their line ahead of him. Samuel next to him with 3 men to the left. And now Jacobs looking to pass. He runs forward instead, gets to the 40. He's up to the 45, still on his feet at the 50. Inside Shiloh Christian territory at the 47-yard line.
That's going to set up a 4th and really short, 4th and about 1.5, 2 yards. And let's see what they elect to do here on offense. I think they're going to keep the offensive package out.
4:30 left to play here. I'd like to thank direct from the University of Tulsa Law School, Micah Sanford, for filling in on the camera tonight. Based on her reception here on the visitor side, I think she could run for mayor this year, but the filing period is over.
The filing period is over. She's done a fantastic job so far, and the Wildcats tried to draw somebody off sides, didn't work. They've got the real play call in now.
From the 48, Cannon Jacobs back to throw this time, slings it up the left side of the field. It's almost picked off and falls incomplete. But had he caught that, he would be gone.
You know, and actually Christian Williams down at the bottom of the screen check down was wide open and would have been the first down for the Wildcats. Jacobs went big, and it did not pay off there. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Saints are going to take control of the ball here. 4:24 left to go here in the first quarter.
All right, from the 49-yard line, Shiloh Christian ready to do battle here. Cole Creighton, the quarterback. Next to him in the backfield is Jake Bodenstein. And now Creighton is going to come off the field. We're going to have a quick substitution here as Cohen Beach is in the ball game. Cohen Beach with a little reverse play there out to the right side. Here comes Kemp. He'll get it down to the 50, down to the 45-yard line. And Christian Kemp, just inside the 45, will have a second down for the Saints.
And that was a great job blocking by the Saints. El Dorado was in hot pursuit but just could not catch him. And it was a big gain for them there. Set up 2nd and 3.
Every time I hear hot pursuit, I think of Buford T. Justice. Smokey and the Bandit reference. Back to pass. Cole Creighton looking to throw, slings it up the left side of the field, overthrows his receiver just a bit. That one will fall incomplete.
And you've got people wanting a flag there, but there is no flag on the play. That's going to set up 3rd and 3 for Shiloh Christian here. Great job of coverage. Number 21, Marsavius Ishmael, there in the coverage. Done a great job all season long of being a lockdown defender.
Cole Creighton signaling a man in motion to the left. Off that right hash mark, he's going to shout out some instructions. Referee coming up to see what's going on. It looks like the Wildcats jumped off sides.
And that is going to be enough to give Shiloh a fresh set of downs here. They're going to mark him at the 39-yard line. And that was a good play call by Shiloh there to get El Dorado to jump off sides.
They did it. So Cole Creighton ready to take the snap from the right hash mark. Does so. Handoff. First man through. Gets down to the 35. Brought down at the 33-yard line. And on the run there for Shiloh Christian, that was Josiah Campbell.
Man, and the thing is Ja'Cory Lumsey was right there at the line ready to make a tackle. And offensive line sheds one blocker and is able just to block Ja'Cory there.
Griffin Mason takes the handoff this time, busts up the middle, down to near the 26-yard line, and that'll be another first down for the Saints.
And that time it was number 1, Ja'Cory Lumsey in on the tackle. Shiloh trying to establish something strong with the run game here.
3:30 left to play. Cole Creighton taking the snap, handing off to Griffin Mason once again. Mason out to the 25, brought down near the 22-yard line.
And
maybe a gain of 3 on the play.
That was number 7 for the Wildcats, Justin Hammett, in on the tackle, was able to meet him at about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage and was carried.
My measuring stick is off, and I shorted him some yards there. It's 2nd down and 3. They had about a 5-yard gain there. 3:14 left to play here. Off that left hash mark, Cole Creighton. Creighton takes the snap once again, hands off to Griffin Mason. Mason down to the 15-yard line, still on his feet. Doesn't quite get to the 15. He slid into the 16-yard line, and I don't even know if they'll give him that, but if they do, it's 4 yards of gain.
And they're going to mark it close. Let's see if they move the chains or if they mark it for 3rd down. They're going to mark it for 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and really short here.
3rd and inches from the 17-yard line. 2:44 left to play. Cole Creighton hanging on to the football, runs forward, busts through, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Shiloh Christian.
And that was a great design play call. The QB keeper there, they saw something that they liked from the El Dorado defense. QB keeper goes all the way to the end zone from about 16 yards out, and that's going to make your score 9-0 with an extra point attempt on the way here from Shiloh Christian.
There, I was about to say they'll try to make it 10-0 right here. Point after attempt is coming from Eastwood.
Oh, no, they're going to go for 2.
They're not going to go for the point after. Actually, right here, Cole Creighton on the keeper into the end zone gets his 2 points.
And it's an incomplete pass, and it is not going to be any good. So we'll be right back after this at South Arkansas Now.
Whether it's protecting families from the predators in nature, to helping food taste better and last longer naturally, or just making sure the local ball field is at its best, Lanxess is involved in our everyday lives. With more than 450 employees locally and more than $32 million in payroll each year, Lanxess is doing their part to be a good neighbor and leader in South Arkansas. With that in mind, remember to call before you dig. Know what's below. In Arkansas, it's the law, and it's a free service. Call 811 before you dig. This brought to you by Lanxess.
At the Carl Malone family of dealerships, Ford El Dorado, Chevy El Dorado, Toyota El Dorado, and Carl Malone Toyota of Ruston, the mailman always delivers. With over 200 brand new vehicles and over 150 quality pre-owned options, you're sure to find the perfect ride. Looking to sell? We'll buy your vehicle, paid on the spot. 4 dealerships, one name you can trust, Carl Malone. Because when it comes to great deals, the mailman delivers.
How are they getting through, though? Where's their...
El Dorado returns it to the 24-yard line out of the break. 2:29 left to play here. 9-0 our score. Shiloh Christian not getting a complete pass there to try to get their extra 2 points. And now El Dorado has the football with first down, 10 to go from the 24-yard line.
And the Cats are going to have to come out here and make something happen on offense. They have to get on the board here in the first quarter, or at least with this drive, just to keep morale high and have a good chance of staying in this game.
Cannon Jacobs back in at quarterback. J.J. Samuel was right there next to him. Everybody a little closer in this time. Hand off to Samuel as he gets up to the 28-yard line.
Great, powerful run by J.J. Line did a great job of just opening a lane for him. That's going to set up a gain of a few yards there, and I want to see more of it.
Second down and 4. 2:12 left to play, and this clock rolling early in the ball game. 9-0 our score. Shiloh Christian with the lead. Cannon Jacobs is switching places with Samuel. Hands off to him, goes up the middle. He'll get to the 30-yard line, up to the 31.
And it looks like a little bit of miscommunication there between the line and Jacobs there. Snapped the ball early, and Samuel took a hard hit. He's going to go down on the field. So looks like he's in pain. We're going to go ahead and take a break here at South Arkansas now.
Located on 1,400 acres amidst Union County's scenic timberlands, LSB Industries' largest manufacturing facility and its employees have been a part of the El Dorado community for more than
.50-yard line, just about to midfield for the El Dorado Wildcats, and that there is Jalen Dunn on the carry. Second down and 5, 1:03 left to play here. We are glad you were with us here on SouthArkansasNow.com. Grant Merrill, Jack Sanford along with you. Appreciate you being here.
And it's going to be a second down for the Wildcats. 2nd and 5, 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
Ready to roll here. Cannon Jacobs gunning it to the left this time, connects. There will be a first down as they get down to the 41-yard line. A Glenn Mechanical first down for Paxton Strong.
And good decision by Jacobs there. Found Paxton Strong open, and it was enough for a Glenn Mechanical first down. Great job by the offense there.
28 seconds left to play here. 9-0 our score if you're just joining us. First quarter action almost coming to a close here. Off that left hash mark. Ready to take the snap. Jacobs, hands off. First man through. Gets down to the 35-yard line. Jalen Dunn on the run there for the El Dorado Wildcats.
Great job by the Wildcats there. Good job by Dunn to get down the field. 3 seconds left, and it is going to go to the quarter here.
Final horn sounds, and we'll take a quick break. Be back right after this. This is El Dorado Wildcat football on SouthArkansasNow.com.
located on 1,400 acres amidst Union County's scenic timberlands, LSB Industries' largest manufacturing facility and its employees have been a part of the El Dorado community for more than 40 years. Working together as one team, we are proud to call El Dorado home.
We welcome you back to Northwest Arkansas. Grant Merrill and Jack Sanford along with you tonight. 12 minutes left to go here as we begin the second quarter. 12 minutes left to go in this half. So we'll see what happens here. 12 minutes left to go. 9-0 our score. As we work some technical things out here on our end. Now you should have our attention as El Dorado now moves left to right on your TV screen. Cannon Jacobs with Jalen Dunn right there in the backfield with him. Ready to take that snap. Trips out to the left and twins out to the right. Man in motion to the right now. Dropping back to throw, or no, Cannon Jacobs now moving forward. He dropped back first, thought he was going to pass it, but he took off running down to the 24-yard line.
That's a gain of about 9 or 10 yards for the Wildcats there. Jacobs on the keeper, made a couple of guys miss, got upfield, and El Dorado's got a Glenn Mechanical first down. 11:45 left to go in the second quarter, and they are in Saints territory.
A Glenn Mechanical first down, 11:39 left to go here. One man to the left, and now Cannon Jacobs handing off. First man through, gets down to about the 15-yard line this time.
And Dunn just doing a great job of finding the open lane and crashing through it as hard as he can, avoiding the tackle right at the line, and it was a huge gain. Another Glenn Mechanical first down for the Wildcats.
You know, the first playoff game I ever did was between Shiloh Christian and Junction City, 1999. Y'all remember that one. Cannon Jacobs on the keeper this time, rolls out to the left, gets down to about the 6-yard line.
And it was a great play call by the Wildcat offense there. They ran the option to the left, and Jacobs, instead of pitching it out, faked it and then kept it as he went more towards the middle, got a solid chunk of yardage, 8 yards, puts it on the 7-yard line.
10:50 left to play. Ready to take that snap, Jacobs. First man through, gets down to about the 3-yard line. 10:39 left to play.
And let's see where they spot the ball. It looks like it's going to be right around the 5-yard line. It was 2nd and 2. Did they give him the first down?
He was awfully close.
It's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Wildcats here.
All right, let's see what they can do. Is Jacobs ready to take it? Whole team moves forward in a scrum there as they'll get down to the 4-yard line.
And
they're going to wave the arms and see if they can come out and determine whether they were close enough or not.
And they are going to call it, yes. And so that is a Glenn Mechanical first. Did they call the first down?
No, they're going to say 4th and 1. We thought it was first down.
I thought they signaled to move the chains. I guess I was wrong.
Well, the chains didn't move. Well, no, it's going to be first down. I think. Well, they say it says first down on the down marker. That's the thing. Now, up around the right side, here comes El Dorado down to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! El Dorado into the end zone. Give them 6.
And that is a Murphy Arts District touchdown for the Wildcats. Going to put 6 points on the board, make it 6-9 with an extra point attempt on the way here from the Wildcats. Or could they go for the 2? No, it looks like they're just going to send the field goal unit out. Jacobs going to be ready to take the snap as the placeholder.
Ready to try for that extra point. It is going to be number 32, Caden Webb. 9:52 to play. His extra point attempt is up through the uprights and good, and the Wildcats are on the board. 9:52 left to go in the first half. It's Shiloh Christian 9, El Dorado 7. We got a ball game here as we're back after this on South Arkansas Now.
When it comes to your family's financial future, peace of mind matters. At Harrison Financial Management, they are right here to help you plan, grow, and protect what matters most. Whether you're planning for retirement, investing wisely, or securing your family's future, they will guide you every step of the way. Harrison Financial Management, your future, their commitment.
If you born and raised in Arkansas, make some noise right now. You got
place they've built right here in your town.
Back here in Northwest Arkansas, Champion Stadium at Shiloh Christian, as we are just about ready for another kickoff for the El Dorado Wildcats, Jax.
It is an equipment share kickoff with everything from pipe fitters to excavators. Get your project kicked off right with equipment share.
End-over-end kick is going to be fielded at about the 31-yard line for Shiloh Christian. Great defensive effort by the El Dorado Wildcats as they put a stop to any hope of a return. Caden Webb on the tackle there for El Dorado.
And it looks like they're going to spot him at about the 31, 32-yard line. You're right. Any hopes of a return just died right there with the catch. And El Dorado's needs a stop here on defense. It's a 9-7 ball game. It's real close. El Dorado wants to get a stop here and get a chance to score the ball one more time before going into the half.
1st and 10 Saints from the 32-yard line. Cole Creighton is the quarterback. He's on the left side in the backfield. Griffin is right there beside him. He claps his hands and hands off out around that left side. Here comes Griffin. No gain on the play. Or if he got any, it was a very short one on the run there for Shiloh Christian, as we mentioned, was Griffin Mason.
And a flag actually comes in on the play from the umpire. It's going to be probably a holding call on the offense, and it's going to be a 10-yard penalty and a repeat of first down. So that's going to make it 1st and about 20 for the Saints.
First and a long way. 9:40 left to play in this first half. 9-7, our score. If you're just joining us, Wildcats trailing by 2. Cole Creighton, the Shiloh quarterback, sending a man in motion to the right from the left hash mark. He claps his hands, takes the snap, dropping back to throw. He was in trouble from the get-go, and he connects with an open receiver there, but that was back behind the line of scrimmage.
It was caught behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a gain of about. Do they give him a gain, or is it 2nd and 20?
They gave him anything. I think they had no movement there. A lot of movement, but no 1 yard. They gave him 2nd and 19 here. Cole Creighton off that left hash mark with Griffin Mason there next to him in the gun. Back to pass, looking in trouble. Cole Creighton scrambling, slings it up the field. Can anybody get it? Yes. Oh, my goodness. They made the catch, and that was Kemp at the 44-yard line for the Shiloh Christian Saints.
And that was a huge catch for a huge first down for Shiloh. So instead of 3rd and long, they've got a fresh set of downs and have moved the ball just a little further downfield.
9-10 left to play here, as Shiloh will have it 1st and 10 from the 44 after that big catch there. Hand off to Mason. He doesn't go anywhere. 44-yard line and no further. So not past the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd and 10 with 8:52 left to go in first half play.
Number 99, Gavin Briggs, in on the tackle, and he's actually going to come out of the game here. And
man in motion to the right. Hand off, Mason up the middle, gets to the 45 and no further. 40, maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
And that was a hard hit by the El Dorado defense. In fact, it was a couple of hard hits. And it's a 3rd and long for Shiloh. They're going to need something here.
They're not used to this for sure. 3rd down and 9 from the 45-yard line. Cole Creighton right there next to his running back, ready to take that snap. Claps his hands, drops back to throw. Cole Creighton looking to pass, slings it up the field to Kemp. He catches it. 15, 10, 5, touchdown Shiloh Christian.
And that was a great pass. He found an open man. It was a blown coverage by the Wildcat defensive backs. Kemp faked a move out to the inside and then kept going up top, beat him over the top, and that is a touchdown for Shiloh. Make it 15-7, 7:58 left to go here in the second quarter.
So we'll see what they try to do for an extra point here.
Looks like they're going to try and go for 2 here.
They did that earlier. 7:58 left to play here. First half action. 15-7. They want to try to make it 17-7 if they can. Cole Creighton, empty backfield behind him. Man in motion to the right now. That's Griffin Mason. Now rolling back to throw. Creighton guns it up the middle. His receiver is Kemp. He's into the end zone. Get him 2.
And that's going to make it 17-7. Shiloh leads. We'll be right back after this at South Arkansas Now.
Rated the #1 course in Arkansas by Golf Week, Mystic Creek is truly a hidden gem, complemented by a modern clubhouse, complete with panoramic views. It also features a fully stocked pro shop and Mystic Grill, serving contemporary American cuisine and Southern classics. Mystic Creek promises an unforgettable experience.
PCI has been shaping the future of manufacturing for over 40 years, and they're doing it right here in El Dorado, Arkansas. PCI is one of America's leading producers of polyethylene containers, known for quality, innovation, and teamwork. Join a fast-paced, rewarding career where your work keeps the world moving. And because PCI is a veteran-owned company, they value things like dedication, diversity, and drive. Are you ready to take your career to the next level? Apply today at polypails.com/careers.
And welcome back to Champions Field, where we get ready for another equipment share kickoff.
Brock back deep to receive for the El Dorado Wildcats. He'll receive it at the 15, gets up to the 20, tripped up there near the 21-yard line.
And the Wildcats are going to have to respond here. They've got 7 minutes and 54 seconds left here in the second quarter. Wildcats are going to need to put together a long drive, get something going here, and establish some dominance with the run.
Cannon Jacobs, who scored that last touchdown on the quarterback keeper, he will lead his team onto the field. 7:54 left to play, 17-7 our score.
And you see J.J. Samuel in the backfield again. Glad to see him there.
Yes.
You know, when he came out off the field injured earlier, we were concerned, but he's back out there.
Glad to see the trainers got him ready to roll. So Samuel right there next to Cannon Jacobs. He'll drop back to throw. Cannon slings it up the middle there. And it's caught and brought to the 35-yard line by Brock.
And just a great job by Cannon. Great play call by the Wildcat offense. And it's a Glenn Mechanical first down for the Wildcats on their own 33-yard line.
Nice move there by Bronson Brock. 17-7 our score. 7:38 left to play. And off that right hash mark, Cannon Jacobs ready to take the snap here. Does so. Handoff, first man through up to about the 37-yard line. And that was J.J. Samuel on the carry there.
El Dorado's doing a good job here. They're mixing up the play calls. They're getting looks that they like to see from Shiloh, and they're steadily getting gains. You want to see this drive continue just like this.
7:13 left to play here. 17-7 our score. Second quarter action from Champion Stadium here in Springdale. Cannon Jacobs takes the snap, hands off. Samuel up the left side, gets up to the 40-yard line, almost to the 41.
And Shiloh lined up there in a blitz, only going to keep one man up top, and they were ready for the run, and it still resulted in a good little gain for the Wildcats.
6:43 left to play, clock rolling here in the first half. 17-7 our score. Cannon Jacobs clapping those hands, and he draws a man offside. Shiloh jumped off sides there, so El Dorado will probably get a first down here by virtue of the penalty yards.
Yeah, great job by El Dorado getting the offsides called, and it was actually going to be called on number 42, Corbin Miller, a sophomore linebacker for Shiloh. And you know, he's a sophomore in a playoff game, maybe not as experienced as the other guys, and great job there by the Wildcats.
Cannon Jacobs getting a quick toss over to Jalen Dunn. Dunn got to the original line of scrimmage. Flags flying on the play there.
And it came in from the backfield here. I wonder if they're going to call a holding on number 0, Spencer. Yes, Spencer Poole.
So no gain on the play. The holding is the call on El Dorado, so that will bring up first down at about 15.
And you don't ever want to – you just can't afford things like that, especially on a drive like this where you get the ball moving. You can't afford to allow yourself to get into those situations and slow down your momentum.
One man split to the left, 4 to the right, and an empty backfield behind Cannon Jacobs. He'll draw back, dial up his receiver, and then he connects, but he can't get any further. Paxton Strong can't get any further than the 39-yard line. So a gain of 4 on the play.
And it was actually 1st and 20, so that's going to set up a Second and about 16 for the Wildcats. Ball on the 39-yard line. 5:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Wildcats have a spread-out offense, and Shiloh's adjusting defensively.
5:45 left to play here. Twins out to the right, trips out to the left. Jacobs with his empty backfield connects with his open receiver down near the 45-yard line. He'll get to the 47 and no further.
And they are finally going to get past the original line of scrimmage here. Christian Williams on the catch and the run. It's going to set up 3rd and 8 for the Wildcats. And you can probably expect to see another pass from the Wildcats here. They've done a really good job of getting those quick passes to a slant up the middle so far.
From the 47-yard line, Cannon Jacobs giving some instructions to his line here, and now he's ready to roll. Twins out to the, trips out to the right, one man to the left, and Jacobs back to pass now. In trouble, trying to run up to the left side. He'll get up to about the 46-yard line, down almost to the down marker.
And let's see exactly where they're going to place the ball. It is going to be a little short of the first down, so that's going to set up a 4th and about 1 for the Wildcats. They're going to keep the offense out on the field. Yeah. They've got Dunn in at running back.
Let's just dial up a touchdown
and
here.
Spencer Poole's going to line up on the left side. They're lined up heavy to the left.
Jacobs off the left hash mark, hands off. First man through, tries to dive over that first down line. Shiloh's saying they didn't get it. I don't know that they did.
I think that Shiloh did get the stop there, and it is going to be a turnover on downs. Shiloh is going to take over possession.
Hate that. 4:46 left to play here, and Shiloh takes over on the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Saints, 17-7 with 4:46 left to play if you've just joined us.
Wildcat defense is going to have to get a quick 3 and out here and score one more time before we go into the half if they want to have momentum coming into the second half.
They're bringing their team onto the field. Cole Creighton, the quarterback there, lining up on the right hash mark. He's got Twins out to the left side of the line here, nearest to us. Cole Creighton watching his Saints as they make some adjustments there before the snap. Creighton fakes a handoff, runs left. Now he'll throw over to the left side, and Kemp was there to try to get the catch, but couldn't get his hands on it, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
There's going to be a flag on the field. He was actually up past the line of scrimmage by the time he let go of the ball, so that's going to be an illegal forward pass.
So an illegal forward pass, 1st down and 10. We'll see what we'll see what 2nd down and 10 turns into here. Sandy Sanford back punching all the buttons in El Dorado tonight. We're glad that we could make the 5-hour trip and be your eyes and ears tonight.
Man, talk about a trip.
It is. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Shiloh Christian Saints, and that'll bring up 2nd and 15. 17-7, 10-point lead for the Shiloh Christian Saints. Cole Creighton, the quarterback. One man beside him in the backfield.
El Dorado showing a cover 4 look.
And now back to pass. Creighton in trouble. Dragged down behind the line of scrimmage. He sacked him. Holy smokes.
And that was a tackle for about a 10-yard loss. That's going to set up close to a 3rd and 25 for the Saints here. Huge tackle there from the Wildcats. They have to get a stop here and have to get downfield and score.
Big momentum shifter. Right there. 3rd down and 25.
Yeah, El Dorado's defense is going to have to get a stop here. They cannot allow a 1st down, get a 3 and out so that they can get the offense back out.
Cole Creighton with trips to the left this time. Hands off, or no, doesn't hand off. Rolls out to the left. Passes. It's caught near the 45-yard line. Back to about the 44, actually. Making that catch there for Shiloh was number 2 there, Cohen Beach.
And Shiloh's going to keep their offense on the field.
I would have to say that Cohen's dad, the Apostle Robin Beach, would probably be very proud of his son tonight. 3:37 left to play here. Clock rolling here, 17-7, a 10-point lead, and it looks like we've got a timeout for Shiloh. We'll take it with them and be back right after this. 10-point lead for the Saints, but the El Dorado Wildcats hoping momentum goes their way. Back after this on SouthArkansasNow.com.
serving South Arkansas for 25 years, and all the while expanding and growing throughout the state. ProMed Ambulance is proving their motto of world-class care and hometown values. For example, their new mobile integrated healthcare communication center. This state-of-the-art facility allows communication specialists to work directly with local 911 call centers to ensure the closest medical team is always dispatched to any emergency. World-class care and hometown values. For more information and career opportunities, go to ProMedAmbulance.com.
Non-stop phone calls, registered mail, repossessions, or threats of lawsuits from creditors, and it seems like no one is willing to let you hit pause and just catch your breath. You need the help of Robert Rushing and the Rushing Law Firm. Bankruptcy is not the end. It can be a chance for a fresh start. The Rushing Law Firm goes to work for you, letting you hit that pause button and start over. Call the Rushing Law Firm today at 870-875-2940 or stop by the office at 725 Northwest Avenue in El Dorado. The Rushing Law Firm. Back here in Northwest Arkansas, Shiloh Christian in punt formation this time as they kick it away. They had brought their offense back onto the field, and they kick it back to about the 11-yard line. 3:23 left to go here. 17-7 our score as El Dorado will have the football, but not where they expected it prior to that play, Jax.
And that was a interesting chain of events that happened right there. Shiloh lined up like they were going to go for it, and then last second punted it away, and were able to pin El Dorado back pretty deep into their own territory with only less than 3.5 minutes left to go in the half.
3:21 left to go, as a matter of fact. Second quarter action. El Dorado will have it 1st and 10 as Cannon Jacobs brings his offense out onto the field here. Back from the 12-yard line. Jacobs with an empty backfield and twins out to the right, twins to the left as well. Jacobs back to throw. He'll sling it right side. He connects with his receiver, but there was a Shiloh defender right there to stop him. Just got on top of him right there at the 4-yard line.
And number 4, Christian Williams, was there to make the catch, but he took a really hard hit. Looks like he got the air knocked out of him.
Slow to get up for sure.
And it looks like his helmet came off.
So he'll have to come out for a play here, and they're going to bring the coaches out to visit with him. We'll keep it right here, check on him, see how he's doing, as looks like we're going to have just a quick moment here. 3:07 left to play. You've got some scores from around the region, Jax.
Yes, I do. After one quarter, Junction City is down 14-0 against the Cross County Thunderbirds. And then Cedar Ridge 6, Strong 6 at the end of the first quarter.
All right. Strong Huddig trying to win over Cedar Ridge tonight to return to the 6-man state championship. Or 8-man, I should say. 6-man's in Texas. 3:07 left to play here, and they're bringing the teams back onto the field. So hopefully not too deep of an injury here. 17-7 our score. 3:07 left to play here, and Cannon Jacobs leading his offense onto the field. He's got a man behind him next to him in the backfield here. Twins to the right, handoff. J.J. Samuel up the middle, still on his feet at the 15-yard line, brought down near the 18.
J.J. did a great job. Shiloh actually wound up rushing 5 there, had a man right there standing ready to tackle J.J. J.J. makes a little bit of a move and dives up the middle, gets a solid chunk of yardage for the Wildcats. Going to set up now what's 3rd and 9 from the 13.
Yes, sir. 2:34 left to play until half. Now Jacobs clapped his hands, tried to draw a Shiloh player off sides. Thought he was successful on that at first, but we've got 8 seconds left on the play clock. El Dorado's got to do something right here. Jacobs with the handoff. Samuel out around the left side, gets to the 15-yard line, up to about the 18.
He's going to be just shy of the first down. It's going to set up 4th and short for the Wildcats, back deep in their own territory here.
2:10 left to go here. 17-7 our score.
And it looks like they just called a timeout, so we will be right back with this at South Arkansas Now.
For longer than most of us can remember, Timber Lane Meat Market has been a staple of our community, where quality meats and friendly faces come standard. From everyday dinners to weekend cookouts, make it fresh, make it local, make it Timber Lane. Be sure to check out the daily lunch specials and like us on Facebook. Timber Lane Meat Market, 1336 West Hillsboro in El Dorado. Proud to be part of South Arkansas, and even more proud to be displayed on your table.
And welcome back to Champions Field, where the Wildcats send the punt unit out. Justin Hammett back deep in his own territory with his heels on the 5-yard line to punt the ball away here.
17-7 with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Hammett will punt it away right here. End-over-end kick is going to go back to about the 45-yard line. Very good kick for Hammett there.
And is going to be fielded at about the 46-yard line by number 2, Jackson Pagan.
So 2 minutes even left to go here. 17-7, our score. So at least Justin Hammett got them back into their own territory here.
And Shiloh actually just used the last of their timeouts with only 2 minutes and 2 seconds left here. El Dorado has 2 timeouts. If they get 2 quick stops here, you know, they could stand a chance of getting the ball back and trying to make something happen right before half.
Off the right hash mark, Cole Creighton with Jake Bodenstein next to him. Man in motion to the left. Creighton rolling to the left. He'll sling it up the middle of the field, and it's off the fingertips of Kemp.
And Kemp there looked away just as the ball was touching his hands. I think he knew he could catch that and looked to see how much green he had in front of him, and taking his eyes away from the ball there, drops it. Going to set up 2nd and 10 for Shiloh.
Under 2 minutes, 17-7 your score, 10-point lead for the Shiloh Christian Saints. El Dorado was still with plenty of gas in the tank. Empty backfield behind Creighton. He passes right side, connects with an open man. He's trying to break free at the 40-yard line, but was brought down just inside the 39.
And there's a flag down on the field thrown by the umpire. Looks like it could be a holding call. He's going to talk it over with the head official now. Gavin Briggs is going to come in for number 74, Robert Smith.
Minute 50 left to go here.
And glad to see Gavin Briggs back in the game this week. You know, he's really been a huge impact player for the Wildcats on defense at the nose guard. He towers over so many of the guys on opposing offensive lines, and he's big, strong, and you know what? He's actually only a sophomore, and so we've got a lot of time to look forward to seeing Gavin Brooks on this ball team.
That's all right.
And
minute 50 left to play here. And whatever their
they
beef
said no
was,
foul on the play.
Whatever their beef was, gives Shiloh number of yards here.
And so that is a pretty big gain for Shiloh. It's going to put them on the 37-yard line of the Wildcats now. 1st and 10, a minute 50 left in the game. Or in the half, I mean.
Cole Creighton on the right hash. Switching places with the man beside him here. He claps, snaps, and drops back to throw. He'll sling it up that right side of the field. Inside the 25-yard line. His receiver there was Cohen Bunch.
Took a little bit of time for them to blow the play dead. Little extracurricular shoving and pulling from both sides of the ball there.
Trips out to the left this time, and the whistles blow before they can do anything with the football here.
And I think El Dorado took a time out there. We've got 1:25 left to go in the quarter. We're going to be right back after this.
More product than ever in the store history. That's what's happening at Union Kennel and Farm Supply. A huge sale is going on right now, including 50-pound bags of deer corn, only $6.50 per bag. 50-pound bags of rice bran, marked $1 off. No one, absolutely no one, has a better selection of small animals, birds, reptiles, saltwater and freshwater fish than Union Kennel and Farm Supply. 1100 West Hillsboro and El Dorado. Or call 870-864-9229.
Back here in Northwest Arkansas in Springdale, Champion Stadium on the campus of Shiloh Christian. Trips out to the left for the Saints. And ready to take the snap is Cole Creighton, their quarterback. Referees out there, right there beside him, and they're moving some things around before they get things in motion. Empty backfield around the quarterback, and out to the left is Griffin Mason, who's done some great things with Creighton tonight. Off the right hash mark, Creighton back to pass, slings it up the right side of the field. It's thrown out of bounds.
Great job by the Wildcat defense to put pressure on the quarterback, keep the wide receiver from being able to extend that play, and it was overthrown there. It's going to set up 2nd and 10 from the 25, 1:21 left to go here in the first half. Shiloh Saints up 17-7.
They're going to see what they can do here.
Wildcats rolling with the Amoeba defensive line.
Back to pass, Creighton connects with an open receiver near the 25-yard line, or 15-yard line, actually.
They're going to call that a complete pass, and that's going to be enough for a first down for the Shiloh Saints. Ball on the 15 in Wildcat territory. They went out of bounds, so that leaves 1 minute, 15 seconds stopped on the clock.
17-7 our score. Stacked receivers on each side of the line here for the Shiloh Christian Saints. Creighton putting a man in motion to the left. Empty backfield behind him. And now Creighton back to throw. Oh, man, he goes to the ground after an El Dorado defender came at him head on.
And actually, Grant, what I want to point out to you is look who's playing safety for the Wildcats right now. Number 8, Cannon Jacobs.
Yes, he is.
And you know what? And they actually had him matched up man-on-man with Chandler Kemp. I think El Dorado had an idea of, hey, let's put one of your best athletes against one of our best athletes and see what you're able to do.
Under a minute to go here. Man in motion to the left once again. Creighton back to throw. Slings it right side. Finds his open man inside the 20. He'll be ran out of bounds near the 13-yard line. And on the run there was Charlie Krell, I'm sorry. It's kind of dark in the press box and sometimes hard to read those letters, but it's Charlie Krell who's ran out of bounds there. So
that's going to set up a 3rd and 8 from the 13-yard line. And El Dorado is going to have to get a stop here, limit Shiloh to maybe just a field goal attempt with only 43 seconds left.
Griffin Mason next to Cole Creighton, the quarterback. Creighton rolling out to the left. He'll sling it up the left side of the field, and it falls incomplete as it goes off the shoulder pads of an intended receiver.
And that was a great job by number 5, Bertavian Brown, and number 12 for the Wildcats, Cortland Rozier, to get in there and help break up that pass. You know that wide receiver heard those two big, strong guys coming and maybe wasn't able to bring himself to reel it in.
38.3 seconds left to go here. 17-7 our score.
And
Shiloh's entire offense looking at the sidelines to see what Coach Tucker Bernard and his staff have drawn up for them here.
Only 5 seconds on the play clock.
Creighton back to pass, looking, taking his time here. He's in trouble now, trying to roll out to the right around the defender. Scrambles left, slings it left side toward the end zone, and it is brought down, but not caught.
Justin Hammett, number 7, safety for the Wildcats, able to get in there and help break up the play. That was a turnover on downs and is going to be a Glen Mechanical first down for the Wildcats. 24.3 seconds left to go here in the half. El Dorado is going to have to get a really big explosive play here, and you know that Shiloh's going to probably line up in a prevent defense. They don't want anything over the top. They don't want anything going all the way back to the house.
24.3 seconds left to play here. 17-7 our score. Cannon Jacobs, your quarterback, on that left hash mark. He's trying to motion some people into their right spots here. He is under center this time.
And they're just going
to take the victory formation, and although they're down by 10, they're going to let this half roll out here. So we're going to halftime. We appreciate you being with us tonight. Our score, 17-7 here at Champion Stadium in Springdale. We'll take a break and be back with the halftime show right after this.
It's not just a ride. It's your four-wheeled fortress, your chariot of charity, the go-getter of groceries, leader of the ballgame brigade. And outside of your home could be one of your largest purchases. That's why you protect it with the Super Team from Van Hook Tire. Van Hook offers tires of all size, sure, but more than that. Batteries, brakes, belts, hoses, front-end suspension repair, air conditioning system repair and replacement, oil changes, alignments, and more. Protect your chariot, or whatever you call it, with the Super Team from Van Hook Tire. 2880 Northwest Avenue in El Dorado.
Bad things happen, and of course, they never happen at the right time. Maybe it's just a little bump and cosmetic damage, or it's turned into a huge insurance claim, and you just don't know where to go next. That's why so many of your neighbors and friends call on Cook's Body Shop in El Dorado. From the minor to the major, Cook's Body Shop is in your corner. Need someone to help you deal with insurance? Look to Cook's. Need advice on what to do next? Look to Cook's. Need a free estimate? Look to Cook's. Bad things are going to happen, and when they do, look to Cook's.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, trust the name that's been serving South Arkansas for 3 generations, Cross Roofing and Sheet Metal. From residential roofs to large commercial projects, the experienced team at Cross delivers quality you can see and reliability you can count on. Cross Roofing and Sheet Metal, built on trust, proven by results. Call Cross Roofing today. Put a solid future over your head.
You're tough, determined to take challenges head on. But when cancer strikes, you'll need more than strength. You'll need the right care. We provide the tools you need to fight and the compassionate care you need to keep going. Every step of the way. Carti. We're with you.
Welcome to your El Dorado Wildcat halftime show, brought to you by El Dorado Custom Carpets. Whether it's one room or an entire home, El Dorado Custom Carpets has been covering the floors of South Arkansas for nearly 50 years. And now, with a review of the first half, analysis, and what we have to look forward to in the second half, let's go back to the stadium for your El Dorado Custom Carpets halftime show.
And welcome back to Champions Field here in Springdale, Arkansas. And Shiloh Christian Saints have a lead over the Wildcats, 17-7, going into the half. And as I'm waiting for some scoring updates from around the county, El Dorado has done a good job so far of trying to stay strong on defense and holding away the big defensive plays. And the fact that this Shiloh Christian Saints team, who has averaged 50.8 points per game so far this season, has been held only to 17 so far in the first half, is a huge win for this Wildcat team. And now all that has to happen is the Wildcat offense has to get out on the field and stay there. They have to be able to capitalize on drives. You know, when the first drive of the game happened, on the second play of the game, J.J. Samuel broke out for a huge run for over 60 yards, and then the Wildcats were kept out of the end zone by the Shiloh Saints defense, and since then El Dorado scored 1 touchdown. Shiloh has scored 2. It is a 17-7 game with also a field goal to get the lid off the bucket for the Shiloh Saints on offense. And El Dorado is going to have to come out in the second half and be explosive on offense. They're going to have to find the mismatch. They're going to have to find the open man in the passing game, and they're going to have to create big, wide open lanes for the running backs to run through. So far, we've seen Jalen Dunn taking a huge load off of J.J. Samuel after he came out injured early in the first half. But luckily, Samuel did make it back into the game so far, and this has been one heck of a ball game so far. This is your second round of the playoffs, your quarterfinals for the 6A state championship. And the Wildcats have done a really good job of holding into this game so far. Again, this is a Shiloh offense that averages 50.8 points per game so far, and so far the Wildcat defense has held them to just 17. This is unfamiliar territory for the Saints. They've lost 2 games so far this season, and both have been to undefeated teams, and now they face off against this Wildcat defense who has held them to just 17 points so far. And you know that they're in the locker room now, and they're definitely thinking about some things that they have not done correctly, and they're thinking about some things that they could do better. And the Wildcats are in the locker room saying, hey, listen, we're still very much in this game. I know that Coach Hill is motivating his guys, and this has been a second-half Wildcat team all year long. The Wildcats have continued just to play really well in the second half of a game. They spent a lot of the time in the first half giving different looks to the defense to see if they can draw the defense into something that they want. And I've actually got some scores here coming in now from around the county. Junction City is trailing 36-6 in the second quarter against the Cross County Thunderbirds, and Smackover is down 14-0 at halftime as they are hosting the Mayflower Eagles. And the Mayflower Eagles are the favorite in the game against Smackover by about a 76% favorite around the state. And now Junction City, them being down 36-6 is a little surprising as they've been so dominant all year long. But again, that is a Junction City team. You can never count them out. And even though it's 36-6 at half, it very well could wind up being a 42-36 game by the end of it. And so with that being said, we've got about 15 minutes till we come back from the half. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here with the El Dorado Custom Carpets halftime show at South Arkansas Now.
Hitting a buck to hang on the wall rarely happens by accident. It starts with preparation, takes some skill, and often even a little luck. Country Village Sporting Goods is your headquarters for all three. Right now, check out a brand new shipment of feeders, so new that they're still pulling them out of the boxes. A huge selection of lacrosse boots and plenty of warm weather camo for that early season hunt. And of course, bow hunters can't go wrong with the sales and service at Country Village Sporting Goods, 965 Smackover Highway in El Dorado.
Homes are typically heated or cooled 24/7, 365, using nearly half of all home energy. That new stainless steel refrigerator may look cool, but upgrading to the quietest and most efficient HVAC system can have much greater rewards. Choose a system with a Wi-Fi enabled thermostat, so the most important appliance in the house is also the smartest, allowing you to set the perfect comfort level from anywhere. Presented by Lennox. Learn what perfect feels like at Lennox.com.
Locks for our doors, cameras around our homes, alarms for our vehicles. Yet we go online with little to no protection whatsoever. You are 14 times more likely to have your identity stolen than your home burglarized. And if you work from home or have any business over the internet, the chances are even greater. EDP Solutions offers both full and co-managed security services, vulnerability assessments, and 24/7 monitoring. And this isn't some company on another continent. These are our neighbors who take seriously the responsibility of keeping you and your family safe online. EDP Solutions, delivering technology and office solutions with value and commitment.
For nearly 50 years, South Arkansas floors have been covered by El Dorado Custom Carpets. And not just carpets, but true hardwood, laminate, stone, porcelain, ceramic, marble, and more. And guess what? It doesn't end with just floors. El Dorado Custom Carpets carries a tremendous selection of backsplash, wall tile, and area rugs. The truth of the matter is, one commercial can't come close to telling you everything you can find at El Dorado Custom Carpets, 1601 East Main Street in El Dorado. Call 870-862-4945.
Welcome to your El Dorado Wildcat halftime show, brought to you by El Dorado Custom Carpets. Whether it's one room or an entire home, El Dorado Custom Carpets has been covering the floors of South Arkansas for nearly 50 years. And now, with a review of the first half, analysis, and what we have to look forward to in the second half, let's go back to the stadium for your El Dorado Custom Carpets halftime show.
And welcome back to Champions Field here in Springdale, Arkansas, as your Wildcats face off against Shiloh Christian Saints. Shiloh in the lead 17-7 right now with about 12 minutes left here in your El Dorado Custom Carpets halftime show. And I'm waiting on my partner Grant Merrill to get back into the booth as he makes the supply run for the production team right now. And it has been such an honor so far this season just to get to call the Wildcat games, and we couldn't do this without everybody back at home who helps support, and mainly our sponsors. And I want to do a huge shout out to guys like Cook's Body Shop, Harrison Financial Management, Equipment Share, Glenn Mechanical, and several of our other sponsors, just because without those sponsors, things like this do not happen, and we're not able to bring this coverage. And this playoff game is actually specifically brought to you by TCW Fiber, Van Hook Tire, and EDP Solutions. And just, we cannot thank those guys enough, because this playoff game coverage would not happen without sponsors and the people back at home who are watching. So thank you so much, and we do see all of your comments. Thank you so much for all of the kind comments and all of the support that you guys have showed South Arkansas Now so far this year. And as both teams are getting ready to address the field coming back from the locker room, you know that the El Dorado Wildcats, again, aren't happy with the position they're in, but they are not disappointed, as the Wildcats have held a really, really strong Shiloh offense to just 17 points so far in this game. And I think that this is a little bit more of a challenge than Shiloh was expecting out of the El Dorado Wildcats after the Wildcats had a 7-3 regular season and have now moved to 8-3 after a win against Lake Hamilton last week in the first round of the playoffs. They thought that they stood a really good chance of running away with this game, and it's a lot closer at halftime than I think that they anticipated. And so they're definitely going to try and make adjustments on both sides of the ball for both teams to see what they can do to make sure that they emerge victorious tonight. And still waiting on an updated score out of Strong here. Waiting on an updated score, but last that we knew, it was tied 6-6 at the end of the first quarter. And want to go ahead and do our LSB trivia question of the game. And this one is going to be a little bit easier, and I'd love to see the comments. I've got them open and ready to look to see who can give me the correct answer. But who was the coach for the El Dorado Wildcats in their most recent state championship? And I will be in the comments looking to see who gets it right first. I've got Facebook and YouTube open, trying to see who's going to get the first comment. Thank you guys for tuning in and putting your answers in. And still waiting on somebody to give me the first comment on who that coach was. The most recent coach for El Dorado to bring home a state championship. And it looks like I've got an answer there on Facebook. Teresha McGee says that it was Coach Jones, and that would be correct. Chose Teresha. I hope I said that right, Teresha. Thank you so much for your comment. You were the first person to comment that correctly. And thank everybody, and I thank you also, Miss Elizabeth Haynes, who has been a big help so far to South Arkansas Now. And listen, any of the pictures that you see us post at South Arkansas Now is actually brought to you by Southern Sass Image and Design, and they do more than just the action shots, guys. They do senior pictures, pregnancy and wedding announcements. They do all kinds of pictures, and they are ready to help serve you. So if you haven't already, you can go to their Facebook page, Southern Sass Image and Design, reach out to them and get your next photo session booked with them. They are experts and have been long family friends of ours. And I mean, when you just talk about good people, you've got to bring up Miss Elizabeth Haynes, Mama E, as everybody so commonly knows her. And she's probably going to be a little upset with me, knowing that I'm just talking her up like this right now. But I mean, what an amazing woman that is. And so now, again, it is about 7 minutes until we go into get back from the half here. We'll be right back here at SouthArkansasNow.com.
Need equipment for your next job? Don't settle for the traditional rental experience.
The rental experience with Equipment Share is a great experience. We rent everything from dozers to skid loaders, mini excavators, even smaller hand tools. They've always got what we need. They're timely. The billing is quick and accurate. The guys are able to set it up. They do it through their phone. I love Equipment Share. Renting with Equipment Share is not like any other company out there. It's 1,000 times better.
Every gift tells a story, and at Especially For You, they help you make it unforgettable. Birthdays, wedding showers, baby showers, graduations are just because. Especially for You creates one-of-a-kind gifts made to touch the heart. Anyone can buy a gift card, but the best gifts aren't bought. They're made at Especially for You. Stop by and visit Especially for You and find the perfect gift for life's special moments.
My name is Taylor Gear, and I'm the senior pastor. Maybe you live in our area, and you don't have a church home. We'd love nothing more than to see you in this room on a Sunday morning. We're here every week at 10:15. We'd be so encouraged to have you with us anytime. We'd also love to pray for you in any way. If you have a need for prayer, let our staff pray for you. You can email us at prayer@fbceldorado.org. We'd be honored to get to do that. Again, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.
With a name you trust, you can count on us. Glen Mechanical, plumbing, heating, and air.
For over 6 decades, Glen Mechanical has been specializing in HVAC, plumbing, and all mechanical jobs. 3 generations family-owned and operated since 1956. Glen Mechanical's business is based on relationships. They support and give back to the communities they work in. Contact them for all of your HVAC, plumbing, and mechanical needs. GlenMechanical.com.
And welcome back to Champions Field here in And welcome back to Champions Field here in Springdale, Arkansas, where your Wildcats are trailing 17-7 with about 4.5 minutes left to go till we get ready to kick off the action here in Springdale. And I do want to give a shout out to the first person to answer the LSB trivia question correct in the YouTube chat, and that was Miss Patty Waller. So thank you, Miss Patty. You were the first person in the YouTube chat to put that in there correctly. And I also want to do a huge shout out to Miss Lynn George, who is the #1 fan of South Arkansas Now on the YouTube page, always showing her support. And actually, I look forward every week knowing that Miss Lynn George is going to send me a message and wish us luck and wish the Wildcats luck. So, Miss Lynn George, thank you so much for just being a huge supporter of the Wildcats. You have continued just to serve the community for so long, and you are an angel, and we appreciate you. And so, Grant Merrill, I see, is now making his way back up to the press box to join me for this El Dorado Custom Carpets halftime show. And it has been a heck of a ball game so far. The Wildcats have fought very hard defensively and held this explosive Shiloh team down. But at the same time, this El Dorado offense has had some really big explosive plays, but haven't been able to capitalize and have only gotten in the end zone one time so far. And you know that they want a change to come in the second half. As Sam Cook, they need a change is going to come. And so, the Shiloh Christian varsity cheer squad is out there, and they are killing it. And again, for those of you who don't know, I was a college cheerleader, so I can't help but admire a good routine, and they are absolutely killing it. That is a great job by the Shiloh cheerleaders. And Grant Merrill is making his way back into the booth here now. And Grant, I have been sitting here blabbering by myself for just a minute. Give me your opinion of the first half.
Well, first of all, I'm sorry. I ran into my middle school crush, who I haven't seen since high school, and I ended up talking to her, and the time got away from me.
Is your wife watching tonight?
Yeah, well, she knows I have friends all over the place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, friends all over the place, huh, Grant?
Friends all over the place, but this was 6th grade we're talking. So
Grant,
anyway, but
I asked the LSB trivia question while you were away. I went ahead and got that done. I want to ask you to see if you just remember this off the top of your head. Who was the most recent El Dorado coach to bring home a state championship? This would have been in the 2020s.
Stephen Jones?
Yeah, you got it right, just like several people did in the comments.
Now bringing home championships is the president of the El Dorado Union County Chamber of Commerce.
You know what? That's right. Stephen Jones, now president of the El Dorado Chamber of Commerce, and also a multi-state championship ring holder.
Well, I mean, we've got plenty of they all come to games. I've noticed. I saw a whole bunch of people here. Got to visit with Merrill Luttrell. You know Merrill from El Dorado, and of course the king of Image One now. And good to visit with him during the break, and we're just seeing everybody up here. And I keep telling you and saying that, hey, we've really traveled well tonight. This is, for a 5-hour, 6-hour trip for some of us, it's just amazing how many people have made the trip and how many people have, driven to Northwest Arkansas for the game tonight. And, of course, we also want to thank University of Tulsa Law School standout Micah Sanford for making the trip tonight.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I haven't really got to say this while she's been standing in front of me, and I get to say it in front of thousands of people tonight, and that is she is a superstar in law school.
She is.
She is the Chief Justice of her class's Supreme Court. She was Students Bar Association, excuse me. She corrected me. She's standing right here. She was handpicked to work in the library of the law school. She was also handpicked to be one of the editors for the law journal for the school, and was and has a current externship with a family practice based in Tulsa, and actually has already been accepted for an externship with the Public Defender's Office in Tulsa. So, I mean, just a superstar law school standout who has humbled herself to come be a camera operator for South Arkansas Now tonight.
Hey, we're
my
happy.
beautiful sister, Micah Sanford.
You mentioned that. She looks a little bit like Sandy, but the difference is she's pretty. So, I mean...
She got
when
all
it comes to your family's financial future, peace of mind matters. At Harrison Financial Management, they are right here to help you plan, grow, and protect what matters most. Whether you're planning for retirement, investing wisely, or securing your family's future, they will guide you every step of the way. Harrison Financial Management, your future, their commitment.
Eric Henry.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I saved so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Auto! Home!
Okay. And this is Auto again, right?
Auto!
Hey, this is my living room.
Home!
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. The dog isn't allowed on the couch, Derek. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Whether it's protecting families from the predators in nature, to helping food taste better and last longer naturally, or just making sure the local ball field is at its best, Lanxess is involved in our everyday lives. With more than 450 employees locally and more than $32 million in payroll each year, Lanxess is doing their part to be a good neighbor and leader in South Arkansas. With that in mind, remember to call before you dig. Know what's below. In Arkansas, it's the law and it's a free service. Call 811 before you dig. This brought to you by Lanxess.
At Carl Malone Power Sports El Dorado, we've got the biggest selection of ATVs, UTVs, and motorcycles ready to ride today. Take advantage of special financing, unbeatable trade-in values, and service you can trust to keep you on the trails. Whether it's work, play, or pure adrenaline, we've got the machine to fit your lifestyle. Carl Malone Power Sports El Dorado, where selection, savings, and service all deliver. Come see us today.
And welcome back to Champions Field, where your Wildcats are getting ready to take the field again. We've got about 1 minute until we get another equipment share kickoff. With everything from pipe fitters to excavators, you could get your project kicked off right with Equipment Share, whether it be a DIY project or a commercial project. I mean, those guys at Good Equipment Share are so knowledgeable, so helpful, so kind, and have been an excellent supporter of South Arkansas Now so far this year.
Have they let you drive a backhoe yet?
No, they haven't. You know what? I need to.
That could be a South Arkansas Now.
I'm writing that into our deal.
Do it.
They have to let me drive an excavator.
You can give them a personal recommendation based on your ability to drive the backhoe, which I don't know that exists. But
I have actually never operated any heavy equipment, so probably not going to get any job offers. But
that's okay.
That's okay. Jason Hardy, the State Farm, takes pretty good care of me.
He does,
and he takes pretty good care of South Arkansas Now, and he is one of the sponsors. And just a huge shout out to Jason Hardy State Farm for all of the coverage that they help us bring for you guys. And I say they like I don't work there in the office.
So if Jax does end up driving the backhoe, please make sure your property is insured with State Farm.
And call 811 before you let me start digging.
Exactly. Thank you, Lanxess. All right, we're just about ready to get this second half underway. A fresh new 12 minutes put on the clock for the third quarter of play. I'm Grant Merrill along with Jack Sanford. We do appreciate State Farm and Jason Hardy for being a great sponsor of Wildcat football right here on SouthArkansasNow.com. End over end kick back toward about the 15-yard line. It's going to be picked up. They'll run it on back out to the 20, out to the 25, 30, back to the 35. Ran out of bounds near that 40-yard line, Jackson. So a good return there for Shiloh Christian as they take over in the second half.
Yeah, it was a beautiful receiving play there for Shiloh. They caught it over on the hash mark closest to us, the away hash mark, but then ran it back around to the home hash mark and were able to pick up a solid chunk of yardage from where they received it. And now the ball will be spotted on what looks to be about the 38-yard line in Shiloh Saints territory.
Cole Creighton is the Shiloh quarterback. Griffin Mason is right there next to him. We've got trips out to the right for the Saints, and they're going to adjust things and change up their play here. As now Cole Creighton still winding a man into motion here. He'll take that snap, hand off to the first man through. He's up to the 45, 50, back down to the 46-yard line, past the 45, and that's where Shiloh will have another first down.
And that was an excellent run there by Shiloh. They got a guy with a full head of steam to go up the middle. He was able to break through the arms of the line and get a solid chunk of yardage.
One man to the right, trips to the left now for the Shiloh Christian Saints as Cole Creighton switches places with Griffin Mason there. He's ready to take the snap off the left hash mark. Does so, drops back to throw, slings it right side, tries to connect with an open man, overthrows his receiver who was Cohen Beach, and that's an incomplete pass.
And there's a flag down on the play thrown from the umpire. Let's see what the official call is here. Illegal man downfield is what looks like it's going to be the call. And Chris Hill is going to accept it.
It's going to back him up just a little bit here. 11:25 left to go in the third quarter. 17-7 our score. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so that's going to set up repeat a second down with a 5-yard penalty. So it is going to be 2nd and 15 on the 50.
Twins out to the right side, close by us. And now Cole Creighton ready to take the snap for Shiloh. Hands off, first man through, up to about the 45, maybe in to the, well, no, they dragged him back. He's back to about the 47, fumble on the play, and El Dorado's got it.
That looks to be the play. It looks to be the call. They didn't blow the whistle dead. They're going to call it an El Dorado ball.
Wildcats have it. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say El Dorado's going to take over with a strip fumble, and now the real Wildcats are going to take possession of the ball on their own 47-yard line, and that is exactly what this Wildcat team needed to get some momentum boosted. Now this Wildcat offense has to go downfield and score. They've got to capitalize on this opportunity and make something happen.
Apologize for pulling a Rex Nelson and screaming over you there, Jax, but that's okay. That's okay. It's exciting when they get the football here. Cannon Jacobs leading his team onto the field. 1st and 10 now from the 47-yard line. El Dorado moving right to left on your television screen. Trips out to the left side. One man split wide to the right. Back to throw. Jacobs tries to run forward and can't do it. He's sacked.
And that's going to be a tackle for about a 14-yard loss, or excuse me, not a 14-yard loss, for about a 5-yard loss for the Wildcats.
10:59 left to play here. 17-7 our score. That clock continuing to roll. So on 2nd and 15, Twins to the left, one man split to the right, man in motion to the left who takes that handoff from Jacobs up that left side. Here comes Williams up to the 50 inside midfield. He'll get down to about the 49.
And that's going to set up a 3rd and medium for the Wildcats there. Christian Williams was able to evade a couple of tackles and gets out to the sideline, sets up 3rd and 7 for the 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats.
Well, they've marked it at 3rd and 5 on the scoreboard, so being a little more generous to the Wildcats than Jack's here. Cannon Jacobs, the quarterback, ready to take that snap, handoff. First man through is Samuels. He'll get down to about the 43-yard line.
And it looks like it's going to be just a little bit short, be a 4th and about 1 for the Wildcats here. And it looks like they're just going to keep the offense out on the field.
Might as well.
With 4th and 1, I want to see if they're going to go for the tush push. No, they're not going to go for the tush push here.
Jacobs handing off. Gives it off to his ball carrier, and I don't think he got it. I think Shiloh's going to take over here.
And that was a hard hit that J.J. Samuel took. Gets up with the help of a teammate, walks off the field, but that is going to be a turnover on down for the Wildcats, and Shiloh Christian is now going to take possession of the ball here at their own 45-yard line.
17-7 our score, 10:07 left to play here, third quarter action. Off the right hash mark, Cole Creighton will lead the Shiloh Christian Saints here. Beautiful evening here in Northwest Arkansas. A lot of Wildcat fans making the trip tonight. Man in motion to the left now. Taking the snap, Creighton, and the flag flies as he hands it off to his ball carrier.
And it looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense. That's going to take them back 5 yards. And that's exactly what they call. And so that's going to put them on the 40-yard line, set up a 1st and 15 for the Shiloh Saints. Shiloh Christian Saints, excuse me.
By the way, thank you to all of you that played Wildcat Trivia earlier. If you missed it, the answer was Stephen Jones. Last coach to carry El Dorado to a championship. Creighton back to pass, throws right, connects with his open receiver at the 43-yard line, and that is Cohen Beach.
And that was number 45 for the Wildcats in on the tackle. Winston Williams. He was able to chase down from behind and get the tackle. It's going to be set up 2nd and 7, 9:46 left to go here in the third quarter.
Cohen Beach, who just had that play, hold on just a second. Creighton
fumbles
drops
the snap
it,
and
fumbles,
takes a hard
and he's tackled.
hit.
Yeah, he's hit well.
And sack was made by number 5, Bratavian Brown for the Wildcats. That's going to set up a 3rd and long for the Shiloh Christian Saints. It's going to set up 3rd and 15, maybe 3rd and 16 here. El Dorado cannot allow a first down here. They want to get a stop. They want to get their offense back out on the field.
3rd and 16. Cole Creighton back to pass this time. Slings it up the right side of the field, and it's batted down.
No flags on the play. That's going to set up a 4th down for the Shiloh Saints, and they're going to send their punt unit out. Great stop by the Wildcat defense. They're getting ready to give their offense the ball back here, and that is exactly what this team needed.
9:08 to play. 17-7, third quarter action. 4th down and 16. So here's the kick. It's a low, short kick, and it's going to roll back to about the 38-yard line. Maybe 36 before it's finally stopped.
And that's exactly where they fielded, is at the 36-yard line. 9:04 left to go here in the third quarter as the Wildcats get ready to take possession of the ball here at their own 36-yard line.
Great position if you're a Wildcat fan.
Absolutely. And again, like we talked about at halftime, this is a Shiloh offense that usually scores 50.8 points per game. So far, the Wildcat defense has held them to 17. This is a 2-possession ball game and still anyone's ball game.
You know, my friend Walt Williams, who's usually Mr. Shiloh, he admitted that this was a closer game than they were comfortable with. Jacobs back to throw, slings it up the left side. It's caught near the 47-yard line, and making that catch is Jackson Pagan.
Jackson Pagan. It's Jackson Pagan, and Jackson has done continuously done a good job this season of stepping up in big moments. Got a Glenn Mechanical first down for the Wildcats there.
From the 48-yard line, moving right to left on your television screen, Cannon Jacobs will take it from the left hash mark. Hands off, first man through. Up that left side, he goes to the 47 of the Saints. And that ball carrier there is
number 6, J.J. Samuel. He got in, and the thing is he took off with that ball, hurdled over a Shiloh Saints defensive player, and was just brought down by another after a gain of 5 yards, set up 2nd and 5. 8:27 left to go here in the third quarter.
One man split to the left, twins out to the right, and ready to take the snap is Jacobs. Hand off, J.J. Samuels up the middle of the field, gets down to the 42-yard line. Close to an El Dorado Glenn Mechanical first down.
And they're going to give it to him for the Glenn Mechanical first down.
Move up those chains.
Wow. This Wildcat offense has to keep that going. They have to keep this energy and momentum, and they have to score on this drive, whether it be 3 or 6.
Cannon Jacobs lines up beside J.J. Samuels. One man split to the left. Handoff. Samuels back up the middle. Gets down to about the 41.
They're going to give him maybe a yard on the gain there and set up a 2nd and long, 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. Ball on the left hash. And I see Justin Hammett to the top of the screen there on the right side of the field for the Wildcats. And I wonder if they're leaving him up there, seeing if they can get a mismatch opportunity, give Justin Hammond an opportunity to go streaking down the sideline.
Empty backfield. Pagan is split to the left for the Wildcats. We've got 4 men split to the right. And now Cannon Jacobs throwing right side. It's caught down near the 35-yard line. Good gain there for the El Dorado Wildcats.
And Paxton Strong in on the catch there is able just to twist and twirl around as he's getting tackled, get an extra couple of yards, set up a 3rd and 1 for the Wildcats.
On 3rd and 1, Pagan split to the near side, one man split to the left, and he's got 2 others coming out to join him, or out to the right, I'm sorry. Cannon Jacobs, again, same setup here, handoff to Jalen Dunn, and now he'll try to take it inside the 34-yard line.
They're going to scoop him behind the line. It's going to be a loss of about 3 yards for the Wildcats, set up a 4th and 4. They're going to keep the offense out on the field since they are in Shiloh territory. They've done a good job of stopping the Shiloh defense, the Shiloh offense so far, so I like it.
Twins out to the left, ready to take the snap is Jacobs. He sends a man in motion to the left. He's taking his time here. He put Christian Williams out to that left side, still shouting orders to the line with 11 seconds left on the play clock. Closer to the right side, Jacobs back to pass, runs forward instead. On the keeper, he'll get down to about the 30-yard line.
And that's going to be enough for a Glenn Mechanical first down for the Wildcats. No flags on the play. Great vision there by Cannon Jacobs. Saw nobody was open, decided to keep it himself, and got a good chunk of about 6 or 7 yards there and got a Glenn Mechanical first down for the Wildcats.
Brent McDermott's getting his money's worth tonight, isn't he?
That is right.
5:56 left to go. Twins out to the left. Empty field around the quarterback. Cannon Jacobs back to pass. He'll sling it left side, connecting with his receiver down near the 33-yard line. And that on the carry there was Jackson Pagan.
That was number 4, Christian Williams, with the catch.
Oh, yes.
And he dropped the ball just as he was getting tackled, but fell right on top of it. But it was a tackle for a loss to set up a 2nd and about 14 for the Wildcats. 5:25 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. 17-7 is your score. Shiloh leading.
Okay, Williams is out to the right this time. Ready to take the snap is Jacobs. Dropping back, he'll throw left side, and it's caught. Inside the 35, not much of a gain, if any. And he took a hard hit right there, Jax.
He did, and he's going to stay down on the field for just a second, not really moving. We're going to go ahead and take a break here at South Arkansas now.
We've got some movement there.
Located on 1,400 acres amidst Union County's scenic timberlands, LSB Industries' largest manufacturing facility and its employees have been a part of the El Dorado community for more than 40 years. Working together as one team, we are proud to call El Dorado home.
Spice up your tailgate with locally raised farm fresh products at Davis Farms Country Market, like the new Code 3 and Davis Double D Farm Salsa, fresh from the field in locally grown purple hull peas, super sweet vine ripened cantaloupes, Arkansas made meals that are easy on your wallet and your time. And nothing says fall has arrived like mums and pumpkins. There are plenty to choose from at Davis Farms Country Market, 4523 Junction City Highway, or call 870-639-1323.
And welcome back to Champions Field, where the Wildcats have possession, 3rd and 14.
From the 34-yard line, Cannon Jacobs off that left hash mark, spinning Williams in motion to the right. And now a reverse play rolling out to the right side. They'll get down to about the 42-yard line. And on that run there for the El Dorado Wildcats was Donovan Mitchell.
And great run getting around to the outside. They're going to get back to right about the original line of scrimmage. It's going to set up a 4th and long for the Wildcats. And I expect to see a passing play here from the Wildcats with a long 4th down here.
4:29 left to play. About 20 seconds left on the play clock as they get everybody into position here. Switching places with his man. There's Jacobs. He'll drop back to throw. In trouble now, rolling out to the right. Now he throws, and it's caught upfield. And inside the 20-yard line.
And that is going to be a Glenn Mechanical first down for the Wildcats. Paxton Strong to make the catch. Cannon Jacobs escaped the pocket, scrambled, found an open man, and what a play by the Wildcat offense to convert on 4th down. 3:58 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball on the 19-yard line.
17-7 our score. And El Dorado knocking on the door here. 3:48 and the clock rolling. Off that right hash mark is Cannon Jacobs. Handoff, first man through down to about the 18-yard line.
Number 6, J.J. Samuel in on the carry there. And looks like they're going to give him a pretty much no gain. Going to place it again on the 19-yard line in Shiloh Christian territory for the Wildcats. Set up a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 19. And now Cannon Jacobs with Samuel right there next to him. One man split to the right. Here comes the snap. And the quick toss over to Jacobs over the left side. He'll get down to about the 16-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
And a good chunk, a good gain there to get back past the original line of scrimmage. It's going to set up a 3rd and 8 there. Gain a couple of yards. And one thing I want you to pay attention is number 1, Ja'Cory Lumsey is lined up on the left side of the line here.
Here we go. Jacobs.
Trying to draw them off sides. Doesn't work. Going to get the play call changed.
9 seconds left on the play clock. Cannon takes the snap. Hands off. Jacobs up the left, up the left side goes Samuel.
Samuel on the carry, and had he not slipped, I think he gets to the end zone there. But that is going to set up a 4th and 3 for the Wildcats. Ball on the 12-yard line. 2:10 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
I tried to say JJ, and Jacobs came out of my mouth. So.
And it looks like they're going to go for the field goal attempt here, and that is going to be number 40 for the Wildcats, Eric Flores, to kick the ball here.
All right, here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is on the way. No good. It goes to the left side of the goalpost there, and we've got 1:49 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Our score, Shiloh Christian 17, El Dorado 7. We'll take a break and be back after this from South Arkansas Now.
Rated the number 1 course in Arkansas by Golf Week, Mystic Creek is truly a hidden gem, complemented by a modern clubhouse, complete with panoramic views. It also features a fully stocked pro shop and Mystic Grill, serving contemporary American cuisine and Southern classics. Mystic Creek promises an unforgettable experience.
And welcome back to Champions Field. And that is a tackle in the backfield there. And that's going to set up a 2nd and long for the Shiloh Saints.
1:41 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. 17-7, a 10-point lead now for Shiloh Christian here at Champions Stadium in Springdale. Trips out to the right for the Saints. One man split to the left, and ready to take the snap is their quarterback, Cole Creighton. Creighton takes that snap, drops back to throw, connects with an open receiver. He's out to the 20-yard line, ran out of bounds near the 25, and on the run there was Cohen Beach.
And on the tackle, pushing him out of bounds was number 5, Bertavian Brown, a man.
I don't know if you remember the name Kyle Frazier, a kid who played for Auburn and came from Shiloh Christian, but Cohen Beach is his little brother.
Oh, wow. And, they actually have 2 D1 commits on, or they have a D1 commit on either side of the line here for Shiloh. They've got one offensive lineman committed to Arkansas and a defensive lineman who's committed to Arizona State University.
Cole Creighton, their quarterback, looking to the sideline to see what Coach Tucker Bernard and company have to say here. I think they're going to maybe take a timeout. And now they do. I think we'll go on ahead and take it with them and be back right after this on South Arkansas Now.
If you're born and raised in Arkansas, make some noise right now. You got
What an amazing place they've built right here in your town.
We welcome you back to beautiful Springdale, Arkansas, Champion Stadium on the campus of Shiloh Christian. I'm Grant Merrill along with Jack Sanford. Cole Creighton, the quarterback for the Saints, has led his team onto the field. He's got a man beside him, twins out to the left, and one man split to the right. He takes the snap, slings it left side. It's caught, but that receiver is going to be brought back. That's Cohen Beach, who is brought back a few yards shy of where he caught the football.
And they're going to set up. That's going to set up a fourth and really short here for Shiloh. It would be really awesome if the Wildcats could get a fourth down stop here, because it looks like they're keeping the offense out on the field.
They did it to us. Let's do it to them. 59 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Man in motion to the left is Cohen Beach. Ready to take the snap is, well, now they're going to call another timeout. We'll take another one with them. 52 seconds left to play, third quarter action. This is Wildcat football from South Arkansas Now.
PCI has been shaping the future of manufacturing for over 40 years, and they're doing it right here in El Dorado, Arkansas. PCI is one of America's leading producers of polyethylene containers, known for quality, innovation, and teamwork. Join a fast-paced, rewarding career where your work keeps the world moving. And because PCI is a veteran-owned company, they value things like dedication, diversity, and drive. Are you ready to take your career to the next level? Apply today at polypails.com/careers.
Non-stop phone calls, registered mail, repossessions, or threats of lawsuits from creditors, and it seems like no one is willing to let you hit pause and just catch your breath. You need the help of Robert Rushing and the Rushing Law Firm. Bankruptcy is not the end. It could be a chance for a fresh start. The Rushing Law Firm goes to work for you, letting you hit that pause button and start over. Call the Rushing Law Firm today at 870-875-2940 or stop by the office at 725 Northwest Avenue in El Dorado. The Rushing Law Firm.
We appreciate our great sponsors like the Rushing Law Firm for bringing you Wildcat football here on SouthArkansasNow.com. I'm Grant Merrill along with Jack Sanford. Cole Creighton, the quarterback for Shiloh, trying to get his team lined up and ready to go here. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Under center, he'll take the snap on the keeper. He'll run up that left side, getting up to about the 30-yard line.
And that is going to be a turnover on downs. Wildcats are going to get the ball in Shiloh Saints territory.
That's what we needed.
Oh, wait, no. They're going to give them the first down.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait.
Hang on just a second.
Wait, just a second.
Just a second. I think Coach Chris Hill's going out and pleading his case to the White Hat, and he's not happy.
They're pointing to, they're not even going to, they're trying to get a measurement.
Well, our White Hat isn't really having it. Coach Hill trying to see what he can do, and they're going to move up those chains.
They're not even going to bring out a measurement. That is crazy.
Welcome to Shiloh. 17-7 our score. 40 seconds left to play here. Now Cole Creighton up the middle, gets up to that left side, up to about the 33-yard line.
And with 28 seconds left here in the third quarter, Shiloh looks like they might try and run one more play before the quarter ends.
I'm sorry, but the lack of accountability and them not coming out for a measurement is horse hockey. I could say a lot worse since we're not on the radio. Handoff, first man through, up to about the 40-yard line.
And they might you're going to mark him just shy of the 40, it looks like, and be just short of the first down, set up a 3rd and short for the Shiloh Saints.
That was Max Eldridge on the carry there, and we have ended the third quarter. We'll take a break. Be back right after this. You're watching El Dorado Wildcat football from SouthArkansasNow.com.
Serving South Arkansas for 25 years, and all the while expanding and growing throughout the state. ProMed Ambulance is proving their motto of world-class care and hometown values. For example, their new mobile integrated healthcare communication center. This state-of-the-art facility allows communication specialists to work directly with local 911 call centers to ensure the closest medical team is always dispatched to any emergency. World-class care and hometown values. For more information and career opportunities, go to promedambulance.com.
We welcome you back. Appreciate Greg Henderson and all the folks at TCW Fiber for being a great sponsor of the playoffs here on SouthArkansasNow.com. Stacked receiver, well, not stacked receivers, twins out to the right. And ready to take the snap is Cole Creighton.
3rd and 1 for the Shiloh Saints. Ball on about the 39.5-yard line.
12 minutes put on the clock for the fourth and final quarter of play. Handoff, first man through up to about the 43-yard line, maybe the 45. On the run there is Max Eldridge for the Shiloh Saints.
Tackle made by about 5 different Wildcats there, but he is still able to get the first down.
Yep, they'll move up those chains. Wonder who sponsors their first down. Might be like AQ Chicken or something. I don't think they're in business anymore. Receivers out to the right. Cole Creighton ready to take it from the left hash mark.
El Dorado showing a heavy blitz.
Creighton's hand. Oh, no, he fakes a handoff. In trouble as he rolls out to the right. Finally throws it. It's caught, but flags fly everywhere.
I think that's going to be a push-off, but I don't know that for a fact.
He connected with Chandler Kemp, but will they allow it?
Let's see here. Waiting to see what they signal over there. White Hat getting a talk from the others.
17-7 our score. 11:20 left to play, fourth quarter action.
Still waiting on the call from the White Hat.
From the 45. Well,
defensive holding.
So defensive holding on the Wildcats. And they're going to move up those chains for another Shiloh Christian first down and put the football at the 45 of the Wildcats.
They're going to move the ball over to the left hash mark. You know that's to set something up.
Yeah. We hadn't caught a break here lately.
And
Cole Creighton from the near side. Twins out to the right. Man in motion to the right this time, going behind the quarterback. Handoff, first man through, gets out to the 43-yard line, dragged down. Max Eldridge on the carry there for the Shiloh Christian Saints, and it's dragged down near the 44.
And he tried to stiff arm Ja'Cory Lumsey. Ja'Cory Lumsey grabbed him by the shoulder pads and spun him around and flung him to the ground with a hard tackle.
2nd and 9 from the 44-yard line.
El Dorado again showing a heavy blitz.
And they're trying to draw him off sides here. Creighton, the quarterback.
El Dorado showing that they're going to rush 5.
Creighton takes the snap, slings it right side, and it's, I believe, caught near the 42.
And so that's going to be a gain of about 2 yards. It's going to set up about a 3rd and 7 for the Shiloh Saints here. And just got an update. Junction City trailing 42-14.
Hate to hear that for the Dragons. Empty field behind Creighton. And now he takes it on the keeper. runs up and slides into the 30-yard line for another Shiloh Christian first down.
And got an update here that in the fourth quarter, Cedar Ridge is leading 20-14 over Strong.
Well, South Arkansas, we got to get it together. Back to throw. He completes the pass down near the 30-yard line, and Zane Sloiter is the ball carrier.
And that's going to set up a second and short for the Shiloh Saints. No, they're gonna take time and move the chains up. That's going to be a first down for the Shiloh Saints.
Bet they would have measured for them. 9:36, did I say that? Trips out to the left side. Rolling out to the... Now a flag on the play.
And that is going to go as a holding against number 65 on the offense for the Shiloh Saints.
17-7 our score.
And it's going to be a repeat of first down, a 10-yard penalty. Set up a, let's see here, 2nd and 20 for the Saints here.
If they were any further back, they'd be in Pinnacle Hills. Off the right hash mark, Cole Creighton directing traffic here and trying to get his team into place. He'll take the snap, drop him back to throw, he'll sling it up the middle and connect with Cohen Beach.
Cannon Jacobs in there as the defensive back. Almost gets in to break it up, but it is still a complete pass. It's going to set up a 3rd and about 15 for the Saints here. El Dorado needing a stop here.
9:06 and the clock rolling. Fourth quarter action. El Dorado with a lot of work ahead of them here in the fourth quarter.
El Dorado has got no man lined up deep.
Creighton back to throws. Tosses right side. They'll get down to about the 30-yard line inside the 25, down to about the 10 before it's all said and done.
Looks like he's going to be at about the 8-yard line. Yeah, 1st and goal from the 8 for the Shiloh Saints here. They're knocking on the door of scoring again.
Twins to the left, one-man split to the right for Cole Creighton, and he hands off. Eldridge up that right side, evades one defender, flags flying as he tries to evade the second one, but couldn't do it.
And there's going to be a flag on the play. In fact, they actually threw 2. I wonder if it's 2 flags or if it's 2 flags for the same penalty.
Maybe. 8:34 left to go. Fourth quarter action here in Northwest Arkansas. In the
personal foul, face mask on the defense. That's going to be a half the distance to the goal line penalty since they're inside the 30. That's going to put the ball on roughly the 3-yard line.
8:34 left to play.
Automatic first down as well. So it is a fresh set of downs for the Saints here. 1st and goal from the 3.
So from the 3-yard line, Eldridge next to the quarterback, Cole Creighton. Off the right hash mark, he's ready to take the snap. Handoff, Eldridge up the middle, runs into a wall of El Dorado defenders.
And they're going to blow it dead before he goes down to the ground. That's going to be maybe back to the line, maybe a loss of half of a yard there. It's going to set, they're going to put it on the 4-yard line, set up a 2nd and goal from the 4 for the Saints. And looks like we have a Wildcat player down on the field in the end zone.
So they're going to work on him for just a second. 17-7 here in the house Gus Malzahn built.
And he's still on the ground. We'll go ahead and take a quick break here at South Arkansas Now.
For longer than most of us can remember, Timber Lane Meat Market has been a staple of our community, where quality meats and friendly faces come standard. From everyday dinners to weekend cookouts, make it fresh, make it local, make it Timber Lane. Be sure to check out the daily lunch specials and like us on Facebook. Timber Lane Meat Market, 1336 West Hillsboro in El Dorado. Proud to be part of South Arkansas and even more proud to be displayed on your table.
Back here in Northwest Arkansas, 17-7 with Shiloh knocking on the door. We appreciate Cadence Bank and Timberlane Meat Market for being great sponsors of Wildcat football here on South Arkansas Now. Referee winding the clock into motion here. And Cole Creighton ready to take the snap from the right hash mark. Stacked receivers over to the left. And now a handoff. Eldridge up the middle into the end zone, or is he? One hand's up for the referee, but I don't think he got in.
They're going to mark him shy right at the 1 yard line. He tried to hurdle over the line and almost made it. Stopped just shy. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line here for the Shiloh Saints.
John McDonald were still alive. He would have considered him for track the way he hurdled there.
I mean, he got in the air. He definitely had some bunnies.
All right. 19 seconds left on the play clock. 7:20 left to play. And now, off that right hash mark, Cole Creighton ready to go.
It's going to be a run to the right.
Creighton, hands off to Eldridge. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Shiloh.
And that will make the score 23-7 with either an extra point or 2-point attempt on the way. 7:06 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And that Shiloh team is riled up.
You know, one of the first times I ever came to Union County, or one of the few times as a teenager, I was a senior in high school, and I did the Shiloh Christian at Junction City football game in 1999. They were down by 30 at the half and came back to win 71-69.
Fall of 99?
Fall of 99. You were probably almost born.
I had just been born. The kick is going to be good. That's going to make it a 24-7 ball game. 7:06 left to go in the game. We'll be right back after this at South Arkansas Now.
It's not just a ride. It's your four-wheeled fortress, your chariot of charity, the go-getter of groceries, leader of the ballgame brigade. And outside of your home could be one of your largest purchases. That's why you protect it with the Super Team from Van Hook Tire. Van Hook offers tires of all size, sure, but more than that. Batteries, brakes, belts, hoses, front-end suspension repair, air conditioning system repair and replacement, oil changes, alignments, and more. Protect your chariot, or whatever you call it, with the Super Team from Van Hook Tire. 2880 Northwest Avenue in El Dorado.
Bad things happen, and of course, they never happen at the right time. Maybe it's just a little bump and cosmetic damage, or it's turned into a huge insurance claim, and you just don't know where to go next. That's why so many of your neighbors and friends call on Cook's Body Shop in El Dorado. From the minor to the major, Cook's Body Shop is in your corner. Need someone to help you deal with insurance? Look to Cook's. Need advice on what to do next? Look to Cook's. Need a free estimate? Look to Cook's. Bad things are going to happen, and when they do, look to Cook's.
El Dorado on the return as they get it out to the 50, to the 40, up to the 30-yard line, still on his feet at the 25, down to the 20. Inside the 20 goes El Dorado, and we're looking for a flag, but do we have one?
Does not look like a flag comes out on the play. That return was caught at about the 15-yard line, returned all the way back into the Shiloh, let's see where they placed the ball here at the 21-yard line. That is a
Glenn Mechanical first down?
That too. I was trying to do the math in my head from the 15 to the 21. It's somewhere around 60 yards.
All right, let's do the unthinkable here. Here's Cannon Jacobs ready to take the snap. He's got Samuel beside him, and he does a little reverse play. Williams out to the right side to the 20, inside the 15, brought down at the 13-yard line by a Shiloh defender. And on that stop there for Shiloh was Silas Nance.
Looks like they stopped him at the 19-yard line.
Okay.
Depth perception from this press box is a little weird.
Well, no, it's at the 14.
No, it is the 14. Okay. Like I was saying, depth perception is weird here.
All right, Cannon Jacobs throwing right side, connects with an open man. He's down toward the goal line, but doesn't get in.
That was Justin Hammond on the catch. Carried about 3 Shiloh Saints on his back as he caught the ball and marched downfield.
24-7 our score. Jacobs ready to take the snap, does so. Samuels inside. Is he in? Yes! Touchdown, El Dorado!
And that is a Murphy Arts District touchdown for your El Dorado Wildcats. Make the score 13-24 with an attempt for an extra point or two here coming up here shortly.
Trying to make it a 10-point ball game, 24-14 if they're able to kick the extra point. And it looks like that's what they're going to try to do here.
6:01 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Your Wildcats trying to make a comeback here.
So we will see what they can do. The snap, the hold, here's the kick. It's up through the uprights and good. And it is 24-14. El Dorado on a comeback run here with 6:01 left to go in the fourth quarter. We're back after this timeout. You're listening, or you're watching El Dorado Wildcat football on South Arkansas Now.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, trust the name that's been serving South Arkansas for 3 generations, Cross Roofing and Sheet Metal. From residential roofs to large commercial projects, the experienced team at Cross delivers quality you can see and reliability you can count on. Cross Roofing and Sheet Metal, built on trust, proven by results. Call Cross Roofing today. Put a solid future over your head.
You're tough, determined to take challenges head on. But when cancer strikes, you'll need more than strength. You'll need the right care. We provide the tools you need to fight and the compassionate care you need to keep going. Every step of the way. Carti. We're with you.
The road to a comeback starts now. 6:01 left to go in this football game. And we've got a 24-14 score with El Dorado having just scored the last touchdown. And they'll kick it away to the Shiloh Christian Saints, Jax.
This is going to be an onside equipment share kickoff. El Dorado is going to need a recovery here.
6:01 left to play. Here's the kick. It's up end over end and fielded at about the 27-yard line. Thank you, Equipment Share, for sponsoring our kickoffs. They've got everything you need for all the dirty work.
And so that ball was fielded as a fair catch at about the 28-yard line in Shiloh Saints territory. Wildcats going to want a quick stop here to give their offense a chance to get out on the field with less than 6 minutes left to play in the game.
5:59 to be exact. 24-14, El Dorado trailing by 10 here at Shiloh Christian. Winner of this ball game would play either Marion or Sylvan Hills. We need to find out who's winning there. Christian, and that'll bring up 3rd and 4.
No, they're going to mark him at the 36-yard, or about the 36-yard line, set up a 2nd and 3.
Okay, well.
Generous ball placement there, I think.
They're a little generous than I was. 5:34 and the clock rolling here.
El Dorado still has all 3 timeouts for this half as well.
Getting his instructions from Coach Tucker Bernard. Cole Creighton, the quarterback, with Griffin Mason right there next to him. Off the right hash mark, Creighton. Hands off, Griffin Mason out around the left side of the line. He'll get down to about the 37. Maybe.
Looks like they'll give him just a couple of inches of gain there. Going to set up a 3rd and short here for the Saints. And looks like we've got somebody updating the score in the comments here. It looks like Cross County and Junction City is still 42-22. Mountain Home and Benton are tied at 35-35, and Marion is up 25-14 on Sylvan Hills.
Cole Creighton was trying to draw an El Dorado defender off sides. He almost did it, but now he's looking to the sideline for instructions. 4:35, this clock just continuing to roll here in this fourth quarter, and that's not good for El Dorado. Handoff, first man through is Griffin Mason. He'll get up to the 39-yard line, and that should be a first down for the Shiloh Christian Saints.
It is going to be a first down. They don't stop the clock to move the chains, so the clock just keeps rolling, and you've got 4:15 left on the clock now. And El Dorado has to get a stop or a turnover here to give their offense plenty of time to make something happen, because this is still a 2-possession ball game.
4:07 left to go in the ball game. 24-14 our score.
12 seconds left on the play clock.
Cole Creighton with Griffin Mason right there next to him for the Saints. One man split to the left, near side. And now Creighton handing off. Mason up that middle. He'll get down to about the 42-yard line, maybe the 41. Pickup of about 5 yards on the play, maybe.
And it looks like they're going to take a timeout. So we'll go ahead and take it with them here at South Arkansas Now. Your score 24-14, Shiloh Saints in the lead.
Hitting a buck to hang on the wall rarely happens by accident. It starts with preparation, takes some skill, and often even a little luck. Country Village Sporting Goods is your headquarters for all three. Right now, check out a brand new shipment of feeders, so new that they're still pulling them out of the boxes. A huge selection of lacrosse boots and plenty of warm weather camo for that early season hunt. And of course, bow hunters can't go wrong with the sales and service at Country Village Sporting Goods, 965 Smackover Highway in El Dorado.
Homes are typically heated or cooled 24/7, 365, using nearly half of all home energy. That new stainless steel refrigerator may look cool, but upgrading to the quietest and most efficient HVAC system can have much greater rewards. Choose a system with a Wi-Fi enabled thermostat, so the most important appliance in the house is also the smartest, allowing you to set the perfect comfort level from anywhere. Presented by Lennox. Learn what perfect feels like at Lennox.com.
We appreciate Russell Dyson and Dyson Service Company for their sponsorship of Wildcat football this year. Handoff to Griffin Mason. Up the right side he goes to about the 42-yard line, and then he's dragged back, but I bet he gets that forward progress. 3:38 left to play here.
El Dorado is going to go ahead and call another timeout here. That's going to set up a 3rd and medium for the Shiloh Saints, and we'll go ahead and take another quick break here at South Arkansas Now.
Locks for our doors, cameras around our homes, alarms for our vehicles. Yet we go online with little to no protection whatsoever. You are 14 times more likely to have your identity stolen than your home burglarized. And if you work from home or have any business over the internet, the chances are even greater. EDP Solutions offers both full and co-managed security services, vulnerability assessments, and 24/7 monitoring. And this isn't some company on another continent. These are our neighbors who take seriously the responsibility of keeping you and your family safe online. EDP Solutions, delivering technology and office solutions with value and commitment.
For nearly 50 years, South Arkansas floors have been covered by El Dorado Custom Carpets. And not just carpets, but true hardwood, laminate, stone, porcelain, ceramic, marble, and more. And guess what? It doesn't end with just floors. El Dorado Custom Carpets carries a tremendous selection of backsplash, wall tile, and area rugs. The truth of the matter is, one commercial can't come close to telling you everything you can find at El Dorado Custom Carpets, 1601 East Main Street in El Dorado. Call 870-862-4945.
Back here in Northwest Arkansas, Grant Merrill, Jack Sanford along with you. A quick screen pass and not much gain brings up 4th down now for the Shiloh Christian Saints.
And they're going to take a timeout, but we're going to keep it with us here this time. And I mean, this is huge. This is huge. The Wildcats have to get a stop here. 4th and 6 with the ball on Shiloh's own 42-yard line. They get a stop here. They get the ball in Shiloh's territory. They go down, do a quick score, get another quick stop, kick a field goal, and they have a real chance to tie up this ball game here.
You know, before we start getting into the excitement of the last few minutes of the ball game, I know we're playing them tonight, but we really need to express some thanks to Shiloh Christian and Cross Life Church here in Springdale, because they have really rolled out the red carpet for us tonight and made things very nice for us to broadcast. In fact, we're even sharing some resources tonight, which is unheard of with other schools that we travel to. So we're just very grateful for Dr. Nick Floyd and all the folks at Cross Church who and
Brian
Shiloh
Dunaway.
Christian.
Brian Dunaway, who is their media coordinator, has been more than hospitable, and Chase, who works also with that team. They have just been phenomenal as far as it goes to hosting the media. And
yes, sir.
So it's actually going to be 4th and 7 from the 41-yard line. They're in the Shiloh Saints territory. 3:29 left to go in the game. El Dorado has 1 timeout left, and Shiloh Christian has 2 timeouts.
These fans in front of us are really, really after the referees tonight. And
taking a really long time out. Shiloh really just had all the time in the world to dial up whatever play they needed. That was definitely more than 30 seconds.
Well, the insinuation from the fans in front of us was that the officiating crew was on the Shiloh payroll tonight. And they're adding more fuel to their fire with those long timeouts here.
And that's what the fans are saying, not
us, just the fans. Jax has been very good tonight. I haven't.
I have to try.
Punt formation for Shiloh on 4th and 7, and they're going to kick it away right here.
It's going to be a high-flying ball.
And it'll bounce at about the 33-yard line. So that is where El Dorado will take over. 1st and 10, another Glenn Mechanical first down for us.
3:26 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Wildcats are now going to take possession of the ball here at about the 22-23-yard line, and they're going to have to make something happen fast if they want a chance to come back in this ball game.
My wife just texted me. She's a high school athletic director herself, and she said, be nice to the officials. So I will be obedient here.
Got to listen to the wife.
Yeah, most of the time. 24-14, our score. 3:26 left to play here. Fourth quarter action. First down and 10 from the 23-yard line for Cannon Jacobs and the El Dorado Wildcats. Referee saying something to Cannon before they get this thing started. Jacobs ready to take this snap right here.
Interesting defensive look here from Shiloh.
Man in motion to the right, takes that handoff from Jacobs, and then passes himself, and it's batted down and incomplete.
And, yeah, they're going to call it incomplete. Almost picked off by number 9 for Shiloh. That's going to be Silas Nancy, a junior defensive back.
But Justin Hammett was in the right place at the right time and almost pulled that down.
Just a good play by the defense, almost a better play by the offense. That's going to set up a 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats from the 23-yard line.
Jacobs with trips to the right this time, one man to the left, throwing right side. It's caught, and he'll roll up to the 30-yard line, up to about the 35, and on the run there is Christian Williams for the El Dorado Wildcats.
And they're going to call it an incomplete pass.
No kidding.
They're going to call that incomplete. It's going to set up a 3rd and long here for the Wildcats. 3rd and 10, 3:06 left to go here in the game.
I knew it went low, but I didn't think it hit the ground.
I was sitting here wondering. If they were going to let it stand as a complete pass, but no, they blew it dead as an incomplete.
Well, it was low enough. I almost said picked it up and ran, but we didn't want to insinuate that it had hit the ground, but the referees did that for us. Back to pass. Cannon Jacobs instead running left. He'll get up to the 30-yard line, up to about the 25, 35, ran out of bounds near the 38-yard line.
That's going to be enough for a Glenn Mechanical first down for the Wildcats. Clock is going to stop at 2:59 with Jacobs running out of bounds. And golly, this team is going to have to get something going. They're going to have to get down the field and score quickly.
Trips to the right this time. Jacobs throwing right, connecting with an open receiver at the 30-yard line. He's on his horse at the 35, up to the 40, up to the 45-yard line, and down to the 46, and that was Christian Williams on the run there for the Wildcats.
Great job, great job catching and running with the ball there, Christian Williams, and he had the foresight to get out of bounds to stop the clock. It's going to leave 2:50 on the clock here. 2nd and 3, ball on the 45 in Wildcat territory.
All right. Jacobs almost bobbling that snap there, but it hands off to his receiver there, and he'll get up to about the 50, inside maybe to the 49.
Going to barely get across the half-field mark. It's going to be now in Shiloh Christian territory. J.J. Samuel was in on the carry, but now is lining up at wide receiver.
So Samuel split to the left this time. Cannon Jacobs back to throw, slings right this time and connects with Hammett. Hammett's at the 35 and tripped up at the 32-yard line.
El Dorado's going to have to run a hurry-up offense. They have 0 timeouts left. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Clock stopped as they move the chains.
That is another Glenn Mechanical first down. One man to the right, twins to the left this time, and a handoff. Samuel up the middle, gets up to about the 25, down to the 20-yard line where he's brought down.
Great job running the ball by JJ. He runs so powerfully. And
now we got a flag on the play. And we may have some extracurricular activity on El Dorado's part.
And looks like it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on El Dorado.
There is a little intensity there after the play. And we're waiting on the white hat to rule here. Personal foul on the Wildcats.
Yeah, they did shove deal first, but.
And that's going to march it back 15,
yeah,
15 yards.
Shove deal.
So that's going to be a replay of – is that going to be a replay of first down?
I'm not sure here. Let's see what they decide. It's Wild Wild West rules here at Shiloh tonight.
Replay of first. It's going to be 1st and 10 because of the gain on the play there.
From the 35, Cannon Jacobs looking, running left side, almost gets pummeled, and now he does.
And he gets tripped up in the line. There's guys
now there's extracurricular activity. Now they throw the flag.
My God.
Now they're pulling everybody off the field here.
That is Brunson Brock.
And a lot of extracurricular shoving from both sides here.
We think it should be on each team here, but they're probably going to call it on El Dorado.
And I know that this Wildcat crowd is not happy, and these officials might need security as they walk back to their cars tonight.
They won on the Shiloh side. 1:53 left to play here, 24-14. I'm sorry to be negative, folks, but El Dorado has not gotten the breaks like others have tonight.
I understand, Grant. It seems as if Shiloh has just gotten every call going their way so far tonight when you're playing in Shiloh, and it's just it's not easy to watch as a fan when it's nothing but questionable calls coming in from the refs against your team.
Extended conversation here with the officials here. So we'll see what they decide.
I think they're trying to just write down all the numbers of the players who got in on the extracurricular activity.
Okay, so he's going to come over. He's talking to Coach Hill.
And I think the problem originally started with trying to pull guys off the dog pile. And actually, as a player, you are not allowed to pull anybody else off the dog pile unless it's your teammate. You cannot pull an opposing player off the dog pile, or it is an unsportsmanlike. So, head official is going to stand here and talk with Coach Hill, and Coach Hill does not look like he is
not
happy
a happy
to hear
camper. Not at all.
Now they're going to run across to the other side of the field, discuss it with Coach for Shiloh.
So Tucker Bernard is going to get his conversation with the referees here.
And it is an extended break to explain everything that's going on with these penalty calls.
We've got 1:53 left in the fourth quarter, 24-14. Shiloh, if the current trend continues, they will play either Sylvan Hills or Marion next week. So we're bringing a few new players in. We've got
so it's going to be offsetting personal fouls. So they're going to leave the ball right where it is. It's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Wildcats. 1:53 left to go here in the game. Wildcats need a score here pretty quickly if they want a chance to stay in this ball game. Down by 10.
Glad it was on each team. From the right hash mark.
Both crowds getting really involved.
Cannon Jacobs ready to take the snap here. Twins out to the right, one man to the left. Dropping back to throw. He'll connect with Hammett. Hammett down near the 30-yard line, brought down just shy of the 30-yard line.
So that's going to set up a 3rd and about 7 or 8 here for the Wildcats. And they did go out of bounds, so the clock did stop at 1 minute, 39 seconds.
3rd down and 7 for the Wildcats. Cannon Jacobs with Samuel right beside him. Handoff to Samuel. He'll go up that left side. On his feet still at the 28-yard line. You get up to about the 25.
And that should be a Glenn Mechanical first down for the Wildcats as they do move the chains. 1:26 and the clock is rolling. They didn't stop it to move the chains.
All right, here we go. Cannon Jacobs taking that snap on the keeper, running left side. On his feet near the 15-yard line, down to the 10. Inside the 10 go the Wildcats.
And 1 minute and 9 seconds stopped on the clock as it's another Glenn Mechanical first down for the Wildcats.
They're letting it run.
They're letting it run. Okay. 1 minute and 2 seconds left.
Cannon Jacobs ready to take the snap here. Handoff, Samuel up that left side. He's down toward the end zone. Inside, touchdown, El Dorado.
And they're letting the clock run. The clock ran for about 3 seconds after J.J. Samuel crossed the goal line. It's leaving 50.3 seconds left on the game clock.
Touchdown, El Dorado. With 50.
That's a Murphy Arts District touchdown for El Dorado. Bring it 24-20 with an opportunity here for an extra point.
50.3 seconds left to go in this one. 24-20 our score, and El Dorado will attempt the extra point right here. Wildcat band playing that fight song. Good thing to hear this close to the end of the ball game. Here's the kick. It's up right through the uprights and good. 24-21 our score. 50 seconds left to go here in Northwest Arkansas. It ain't over yet. Hang with us, and we'll keep it right here.
Need equipment for your next job? Don't settle for the traditional rental experience.
The rental experience with Equipment Share is a great experience. We rent everything from dozers to skid loaders, mini excavators, even smaller hand tools. They've always got what we need. They're timely. The billing is quick and accurate. The guys are able to set it up. They do it through their phone. I love Equipment Share. Renting with Equipment Share is not like any other company out there. It's 1,000 times better.
Every gift tells a story, and at Especially For You, they help you make it unforgettable. Birthdays, wedding showers, baby showers, graduations are just because. Especially For You creates one-of-a-kind gifts made to touch the heart. Anyone can buy a gift card, but the best gifts aren't bought. They're made at Especially For You. Stop by and visit Especially For You and find the perfect gift for life's special moments.
52 seconds left to play. It's 24-21 here in Springdale. Shiloh Christian leading it by 3. El Dorado getting set for the onside kick here, and this is one we have to recover, Jax.
That's right, and this is an Equipment Share kickoff. With everything from pipe fitters to excavators, you can get your project kicked off right with Equipment Share.
Here we go.
El Dorado absolutely needs the recovery on this onside kick here.
Here's the kick.
Let it go.
And
looking at the ball.
I think Shiloh got it.
And Shiloh's going to recover it at about the 48-yard line. 51.4 seconds left on the clock. And with El Dorado with no timeouts left, Shiloh can kneel out the clock here.
Oh, I hate that. Hate that. Well, folks, El Dorado worked their tails off to narrow this deficit. They did so. They got within 3. And they have nothing to hang their heads about in this game tonight.
No, if anything, I think that some people in some white and black clothes have something to hang their head about tonight.
Well,
I'm not saying who. Just some guys in white and black.
I'm wearing white and black tonight. Are you saying it was bad broadcast?
I'll leave that up to the imagination, Grant. 46 seconds.
Saints take that victory formation.
And
take a knee.
They'll only have to snap the ball one more time before the ball game is called. And for all of the fans who are at home watching, thank you so much for all of your support for the Wildcats and South Arkansas Now this year, as we have tried our best to bring you the best product possible. He's going to snap the ball, kneel it out again one more time, and that is going to be the ball game. But you can stay tuned in, because afterwards we will have our Dyson Service Company post-game show here at South Arkansas Now. We'll be right back after this.
My name is Taylor Gear, and I'm the senior pastor. Maybe you live in our area and you don't have a church home. We'd love nothing more than to see you in this room on a Sunday morning. We're here every week at 10:15. We'd be so encouraged to have you with us anytime. We'd also love to pray for you in any way. If you have a need for prayer, let our staff pray for you. You can email us at prayer@fbceldorado.org. We'd be honored to get to do that. Again, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.
With a name you trust, you can count on us. Glen Mechanical, plumbing, heating, and air.
For over 6 decades, Glen Mechanical has been specializing in HVAC, plumbing, and all mechanical jobs. 3 generations family-owned and operated since 1956. Glen Mechanical's business is based on relationships. They support and give back to the communities they work in. Contact them for all of your HVAC, plumbing, and mechanical needs. GlenMechanical.com.
When it comes to your family's financial future, peace of mind matters. At Harrison Financial Management, they are right here to help you plan, grow, and protect what matters most. Whether you're planning for retirement, investing wisely, or securing your family's future, they will guide you every step of the way. Harrison Financial Management, your future, their commitment.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up.
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to your postgame show, brought to you by Dyson Service Company, your local Lennox dealer. Now is not the time to find out that your heat or your AC unit can't keep up. Call Russell Dyson and his crew today, 870-862-0409. This is what perfect feels like. Let's go back to the stadium for a recap of tonight's action with your Dyson Service Company postgame show.
And welcome back to the ProMed Press Box as we get our Dyson Service Company post-game show underway here. El Dorado takes a loss here in the quarterfinals of the playoffs, 24-21, just barely fall to the Shiloh Christian Saints as they almost mount a fourth quarter comeback. And they played a good ball game. And this Wildcat team has had one heck of a season. They have gone through some adversity and fought back through it just to make a deep run into the playoffs here, and just barely lose this game to a really good Shiloh Christian Saints team who will go on into the semifinals to face the winner of Marion versus Sylvan Hills.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's won that tonight. We will try to check before we're out of here. But, you know, they were down by double digits with 3 minutes left to go in the game, and they fought until the very end. They fought adversity, extracurricular activity on the field, and some questionable officiating here tonight. And you know, I tell you, I always hate to be negative anytime, but sometimes it is necessary to tell you exactly what's going on this field. And, you know, if they get after us, I'll retire. But, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, against all odds, these kids played their hearts out tonight here at Shiloh Christian after a 6-hour bus trip. They get here, and you wouldn't have thought that they had traveled from the southern part of the state to be here tonight. They had their foot on the gas until the very end.
That's right. And this Wildcat team played a heck of a game and definitely faced some difficult situations that maybe didn't go their way. But I do just want to say that we are so proud over here at South Arkansas now of the progress and the season that this Wildcat team has had. And although it sucks for it to come to an end, can't help but be proud of the way that these kids have responded all season long to all of the adversity that they have faced. You know, they came off of a 2-game losing streak against Sylvan Hills and Benton just to finish out the season strong with a dominant win against West Memphis, a dominant win against Jonesboro, and a dominant win against Sheridan to finish out the regular season, beat Lake Hamilton at home in the first round of the playoffs, and almost mount the fourth quarter comeback here in Springdale against the Shiloh Christian Saints. And really quick, I want to ask Sandy, can you pull up a list of the sponsors so I can just make sure that I do a huge thank you to all of us?
Let me say something here while he's doing that. You know, most of you guys know Sandy is the owner, but I'm his partner here in South Arkansas now, and as one of the owners of our company, I just want to thank all. First of all, I want to thank you, Jax. I want to thank Carter Bryant for what he did in the regular season and the great play-by-play from him.
We definitely appreciate his work.
Appreciate him. Appreciate Sandy filling in when needed. I mean, the whole Sanford family. Mike is here tonight. I mean, we've got
Cam
everybody.
ran a camera last week.
Camden ran a camera last week, and so, you know, we couldn't do it without a great team. Brittany and Elizabeth from Southern Sass, they couldn't make the trip tonight, but they helped us run camera. Peyton Tolbert.
She ran a camera most of the season.
She ran it, and now she's your smiling face at Chick-fil-A. So be sure when you go get your 12-nugget combo that you thank her for running a camera. But, guys, we couldn't do it without all of the great sponsors that you see the commercials for, and many that you don't. I mean, we have people who have really just pitched in to make this happen tonight. And, you know, we want to, first of all, let's see, Van Hook Tire. You can buy tires, but no one understands you, the customer, better than Van Hook Tire. TCW Fiber, Greg Henderson, and all the folks at TCW. Fast, reliable fiber internet. It's coming to El Dorado, and you'll be able to watch South Arkansas Now with even faster service. EDP Solutions, printers, copiers, IT, they've got everything. First Baptist of El Dorado, FBC, Community Connection and Hope, FBCElDorado.org. Brent McDermott and all the folks at Glenn Mechanical. They do the job right the very first time. Ken Kelly and all the folks at ProMed Ambulance. What a great crew that they've got there. They take care of all of us in our worst times.
And then another big one for us, Equipment Share. Find out how easy the job can be with Equipment Share and Dyson Service Company and your local Lennox dealers. This is what perfect feels like. Union Kennel and Farm Supply. We couldn't have done our coverage this year without Union Kennel Farm and Supply. No one has more corn, rice bran, or feed for your hunting season. Cardi Cancer Centers, we're here with you. Thank you so much for your support this season. Cardi Cancer Center, Cross Roofing, put a solid future above your head. Harrison Financial Management, your future, their commitment. Carl Malone Family of Dealerships. Once again, the mailman delivers.
Thank you, mailman. Lanxess, know what's below, and please dial 811 before you dig or before you operate the backhoe from Equipment Share.
That's
Jax.
right.
El Dorado Custom Carpets, Cadence Bank, Cook's Body Shop, Jody Cook, and Carmen. We appreciate you guys being a part of our broadcast this year. And I've got a car for you to fix because my wife backed into a pole the other day. So,
oh my goodness, Country Village Sporting Goods, everything you need to get out to the woods or the water. Thank you, Country Village and Trey. Great support from over there. Davis Farms Country Market, true grown locally, farm to table fresh from Davis Farms Country Market. Especially for you, anyone can buy a gift card. The best gifts are made here.
Jason Hardy, State Farm. Jason Hardy, State Farm. I'll get it out. Like a good neighbor, Jason Hardy and State Farm is there. When you call to get a policy, ask for Jax.
Hey, that's right. Call and ask for me, baby.
LSB Industries. Find extraordinary at lsbindustries.com. What a great schedule the Murphy Arts District is putting together. They got people this weekend. The
Mexican OT.
Mexican OT,
tomorrow,
yes.
I'm excited about it.
ElDoradoMad.com. That's the place to go to see their complete schedule. Rushing Law Firm. Stop those harassing phone calls. Boy, somebody needs to. Rushing Law Firm is in your corner. Southern Sass Image and Design. Brittany, Elizabeth, thank you. The official photographers for South Arkansas Now and SouthArkansasNow.com.
Off the Rail Cafe, what's better than Arkansas chocolate gravy or shrimp and grits? Eat them in a rail car built in 1883. Senator Tom Cotton, if you want to know more about your U.S. Senator, go to tomcotton.com.
Thank you, T.
Timberlane Meat Market. Eat local, eat often, eat well. Timberlane Meat Market. Alan Tyson and Alexandra Vaught over there being huge helps and got to fill in last week with me.
I was about to say, let me tell last week's color commentator that every time I see a commercial, all I can think of is that meat needs to be on my smoker. That looks like some of the best meat in South Arkansas. Madhouse 101, romantic date nights to live entertainment. They've got it at Madhouse 101. The home of Fifth and Goal with Jack Sanford, Mystic Creek Golf Club, the #1 rated golf course in Arkansas. Check out golfmysticcreek.com. PCI, you ready to take your career to the next level? Give them an application today. polypails.com/careers. Well, Jax?
Well, Grant, this has been one heck of a season, and thank you so much to all of our sponsors. Thank you so much to everybody who has watched so far this season. And it looks like I have a final score here from strong Arkansas, from the strong Cedar Ridge game. Cedar Ridge takes the victory, 38-20.
Great job, Bulldogs.
And Cedar Ridge won.
I know. I'm just saying, great season.
Okay.
Great season.
Great season by the Bulldogs. Looks like Junction City fell to the Cross County Thunderbirds. I haven't gotten a score update on the Smackover game yet.
Great season, Dragons. You try to say Junction City Dragons, it all comes together.
Yeah, no.
Maybe I'm having another stroke. I don't know. But
and really quick, but before we go to our final break of the year, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has tuned in. Guys, we couldn't do what we do at South Arkansas Now without everybody who is at home watching tonight. We couldn't do so without everybody who checks in on our stories, checks in on our live coverages, has been watching these games, been watching Fifth and Goal. South Arkansas Now is 100% free to access local media coverage, and we want to bring that to you guys the best way possible. If your business is at all interested in advertising with South Arkansas Now, please reach out to us. And good job, Wildcats.
Great season.
Sad to end the season this way, but it was still a great season. We'll take a break here at southarkansasnow.com.
Whether it's protecting families from the predators in nature, to helping food taste better and last longer naturally, or just making sure the local ball field is at its best, Lanxess is involved in our everyday lives. With more than 450 employees locally and more than $32 million in payroll each year, Lanxess is doing their part to be a good neighbor and leader in South Arkansas. With that in mind, remember to call before you dig. Know what's below. In Arkansas, it's the law and it's a free service. Call 811 before you dig. This brought to you by Lanxess.
If you born and raised in Arkansas, make some noise right now. You got
What an amazing place they've built right here in your town.
It's not just a ride. It's your four-wheeled fortress, your chariot of charity, the go-getter of groceries, leader of the ballgame brigade. And outside of your home could be one of your largest purchases. That's why you protect it with the Super Team from Van Hook Tire. Van Hook offers tires of all size, sure, but more than that. Batteries, brakes, belts, hoses, front-end suspension repair, air conditioning system repair and replacement, oil changes, alignments, and more. Protect your chariot, or whatever you call it, with the Super Team from Van Hook Tire. 2880 Northwest Avenue in El Dorado.
Non-stop phone calls, registered mail, repossessions, or threats of lawsuits from creditors, and it seems like no one is willing to let you hit pause and just catch your breath. You need the help of Robert Rushing and the Rushing Law Firm. Bankruptcy is not the end. It can be a chance for a fresh start. The Rushing Law Firm goes to work for you, letting you hit that pause button and start over. Call the Rushing Law Firm today at 870-875-2940 or stop by the office at 725 Northwest Avenue in El Dorado. The Rushing Law Firm.
Serving South Arkansas for 25 years, and all the while expanding and growing throughout the state, ProMed Ambulance is proving their motto of world-class care and hometown values. For example, their new mobile integrated healthcare communications center. This state-of-the-art facility allows communication specialists to work directly with local 911 call centers to ensure the closest medical team is always dispatched to any emergency. World-class care and hometown values. For more information and career opportunities, go to ProMedAmbulance.com.